Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so honored to be here, guys. It's with your girl Becky at Readings by Circe. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you guys are. May it be blessed and filled with light. I'm here giving you guys another pick a card reading. It is that time. So today we don't really have a set topic. This is actually going to be messages and advice from Source. So whatever you guys are going through at this time, this is just going to be those messages and advice to help get you through. Remembering that they are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. And understanding that ultimately you do have free will, so you guys have to make the decisions that are best for you and follow your intuition and use your discernment, okay? So guys, I have everything set. I don't have anything to pick from today, so you guys will notice that on the thumbnail there will be some images that you guys can choose from, or you guys are more than welcome to pick pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, or pile 4. I'm doing 4 piles today. And I think that is everything that I have for you guys. If you guys are interested, I do have a 30-day chakra alignment challenge on my page. You guys are welcome to check that out. It is to help you guys get realigned with your path of purpose. And there are pick a card readings that go along with each and every one of those days as well. It did start in October. It ended on October 30th. And I know that we're into November now, but you guys are welcome to start it whenever. It will be there for you. So make sure you guys do check that out if you're interested. And if this reading resonates with you guys, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel down below, and set that notification bell, as I will always release a pick a card reading every other Wednesday. And for ease and convenience, it will always come out at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as for the beginning of the year, I am planning something. I'm not exactly sure when I am going to drop it, but I am going to try and do another challenge. I can't say it's going to be a 30-day challenge, but I am looking at doing another challenge. So that is in the works if you guys are interested. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. And whatever pile it is that you choose, I'm excited to see you there. And yeah. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope it resonates. I'll see you guys on the next pile. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so honored to be here, guys. It's with your girl Becky at Readings by Circe. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you guys are. May it be blessed and filled with light. I'm here giving you guys another pick a card reading. It is that time. So today we don't really have a set topic. This is actually going to be messages and advice from Source. So whatever you guys are going through at this time, this is just going to be those messages and advice to help get you through. Remembering that they are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. And understanding that ultimately you do have free will, so you guys have to make the decisions that are best for you and follow your intuition and use your discernment, okay? So guys, I have everything set. I don't have anything to pick from today, so you guys will notice that on the thumbnail there will be some images that you guys can choose from, or you guys are more than welcome to pick pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, or pile 4. I'm doing 4 piles today. And I think that is everything that I have for you guys. If you guys are interested, I do have a 30-day chakra alignment challenge on my page. You guys are welcome to check that out. It is to help you guys get realigned with your path of purpose. And there are pick a card readings that go along with each and every one of those days as well. It did start in October. It ended on October 30th. And I know that we're into November now, but you guys are welcome to start it whenever. It will be there for you. So make sure you guys do check that out if you're interested. And if this reading resonates with you guys, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel down below, and set that notification bell, as I will always release a pick a card reading every other Wednesday. And for ease and convenience, it will always come out at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as for the beginning of the year, I am planning something. I'm not exactly sure when I am going to drop it, but I am going to try and do another challenge. I can't say it's going to be a 30-day challenge, but I am looking at doing another challenge. So that is in the works if you guys are interested. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. And whatever pile it is that you choose, I'm excited to see you there. And yeah. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope it resonates. I'll see you guys on the next pile. Bye. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So we are asking Source what advice and what messages are for you guys at this time on your journey. This is to help get you through whatever it may be that you guys are going through, or what might be to come, or maybe something is past and you're just kind of stuck and you're not sure where to go. So this is going to be advice to help get you guys through that, messages in regards to that as well. I do have your cards already drawn. I do have the clarification deck here. We've got some incense rolling. And also, let's go ahead and clear the energy. I'm going to light up some clove over here, guys. Let's just get some clear energy in here. Alright, let's see what we got going on for you guys. Okay, you know, I'm going to do this a little bit different. Usually I lay out all the cards. I don't know what they are. I find out with you guys. Usually I lay all the cards out and see the big picture, but I'm actually going to do this a little bit different. I'm going to do it in the style that I do my own readings, okay? I'm going to get a drink of tea. So we have here this energy coming through that there is somebody in your energy field that has a problem with you because it's like, this is a boss, okay? This is a boss energy. This is somebody who has some type of authority over you. They may just hold a title. This could be a family member that is, you know, respect your elders type family member. But right now they do have a problem with you because they're seeing you from a past energy. They're seeing you from a past situation where you maybe we're always giving to them and they would give you so little. This is more than breadcrumbing though. Like, this is somebody who expected you to give everything, and in return they would take and take and take, and then it was like every once in a while they'd throw you a bone. You know, when people breadcrumb, it's like kind of like, it's pretty consistent. You know, it's pretty consistent, but this person is not consistent in what they do, and they expect you to give with the little bit that they give. And they're holding on to a huge energy of jealousy, and they think that they're entitled to some kind of profit or money that you guys are getting, or this could be abundance that's coming in as well, but they feel like they're the ones that are entitled to it. This could be because maybe they've cared for you, they've helped you out. This could be because, you know, maybe they're just in that energy of where they feel entitled to everybody's success without ever having to do anything on their own. This person has a very cold attitude. And this person sees, all they see are money signs. That's all this person sees. And they're very unstable. This person's ungrounded as well. They want everybody around them to see them as somebody that they're not. Like, they want everybody to see them as capable, as stable in the financial situation. This is definitely finances here. This could be a home. This has to do with like material things, the outside world, right? This 3D realm here. And it's like they want the whole world to really see them as like, oh, they've got everything together. And really, this person is the last person in the world that has anything together. And the reason being is because they're so stuck in their ways. They're stuck in this energy of being, I keep hearing entitled. It's like they went through something, or they experienced some kind of trauma, and that gave them this feeling of entitlement, like, oh, well, nobody's had it as bad as I have, and so nobody deserves it more than I do. But they don't want to do any work to get it because they feel like their work is just having endured whatever they've gone through. You may see a lot of threes when you're with this person. And I feel like they get angry at you for no reason. Like they just blow off the rocker all of a sudden, and they'll just be like, oh, well, you need to understand where I'm coming from, this, that, and yada, yada. And it's like, and you're over there like, yeah, but what you're getting angry about, it doesn't even matter. It's like, you know, that energy of don't cry over spilt milk. Well, they're the ones who spilled the milk, and they're the ones who are crying over it, right? Like, but they intentionally spilled it. Like they kicked it over, and now they're like, ah. That's the energy that I get with this person. Even though they're like an older individual or they have some sort of authority, they act very childish in a lot of ways. Okay, so they are pointing out that this could very well be family members here. And they enjoy intruding on your life. Like they really get some sense of entitlement out of like figuring out what it is that you're doing. This person could spread rumors about you. See, and the vice here, like with this particular individual, is just to turn your back on them. Because them trying to draw you in by talking bad about you or trying to act like they're your best friend or trying to act like they care about you, that's them just trying to draw you into a trap here. And they're saying to turn your back on them. It's not worth it. It's not worth you guys getting pulled into this cycle that continues to happen. But it is pointing out here that they are mad about your abundance. I think the thing is here, this person feels like they are God's gift to man. Okay, like they maybe have their own house and maybe you don't, maybe you rent. Okay, this is just an example, but this is the energy that's coming through here. It's like they have their own house and you rent, and they think that they're so much better than you because they own their house. But what they're not telling you is that they actually still owe a lot of money on their house, even though that it should have been paid off years ago. But they still owe a lot of money on their house, but they still think that they're better than you because you don't have what they have. But you have something more than what they have. You guys have emotional maturity. You guys have emotional stability, or you're at least building that, okay? Even if it's not, really strong right now, if it's something you just started doing, you guys are building that, and you guys have had some sense of blocking them out. But this person continues to draw you into fights. This person continues to draw you in with old things. And it's just a very karmic cycle that this person is in. And it's very much like they only, like I feel like you guys are in this energy like, oh, well, once I have the money, even if this is a boss, like this boss has been like, maybe in the past you guys have gotten really close and you guys really, maybe you were on the same level and they got a position before you did in leadership, and now it's all of a sudden they changed. That's the type of energy here if this is a boss, but they are making it pretty clear that for the majority of you guys, this is a family member. But it's like when you guys have this energy, it's like they really believe that I feel like you guys are in this energy of saying like, well, once I get this house, or once I get this car, once I have this bank account, balance, then finally they'll respect me. No, because the thing is that this person is in a state of believing that whatever you get should be theirs. That's so if you get $1 million, they believe it's theirs. And you're over there like, I'm the one that earned it. Yeah, but they still believe it's theirs. Like, that's the type of energy that this person's in. And so there is advice here to walk away from that, to not let them be so nosy. I feel like this person prods and prods and prods. Why do I get the energy that this person, they ask a question, and if you don't give them the answer that they want, they ask the same question in a different way until they feel satisfied with the answer that you give them. So paying attention to those red flags is very important, saying like, if they ask the same question in 100 different ways, give them the exact same answer. Or just walk away after the second question, be like, look, I already answered that. I don't have time for this, but find a way to keep consistent with your answers in regards to that. Yeah, this person is, woo, okay. So it might not just be, it might not be only this person, but you are surrounded by a lot of negative energy. I feel like you guys are fighting a lot. for, I feel that I fight for my right to party. Like, that's what I heard right now. But I feel like you guys are fighting a lot when it comes to people around you. Like, there's just a lot of negativity, a lot of jealousy, a lot of anger for what it is that you do. This could just be the life that you have, the love that you have in your life. This could also just be like your position. You know, maybe you guys have something that you really truly enjoy. And sometimes when people are happy, some people cannot handle that. Like, some people are just like, I can't handle another person being happy because I'm not happy. Right? And so that's what's going on here. It's like you guys are surrounded by a lot of negativity. And that's another message here, is to say, you guys don't have to listen to that, because people are going to say and do whatever it is that they're going to say and do. And remembering that that's just a projection onto you. That's not actual reality. Right? You guys have to make your own reality. You have to make your own choices. And you have to make those choices based on what you want, and not how people are acting towards you or what you feel like people are projecting onto you. You have to find a way to protect your energy here. That could be as easy as going through meditations. That could be, you know, maybe finding something really creative and just pouring all your time and your energy and effort. It could be cutting off people that really are negative, you know, like just saying like, I just can't deal this anymore. And one of the biggest things that really helped me out on my own journey is telling people, you know, it's not you, it's me. But I found this way of saying it. It's like, look, I'm really working on my highest, most aligned self right now. And this friendship or this connection just isn't working for me. So I have to say goodbye. And I would say that, I cannot tell you guys how many times I've said that to people. I'm just like, I can't deal with your negativity. I can't deal with your whatever it is you got going on that you're trying to push onto me. I can't deal with that because I got my own stuff. And that's what I feel like you guys really should do here. It's like you guys need to find some type of way to say, this is enough, and put up a boundary and say, I can't deal with this anymore. But also not being afraid to speak your mind here. Like, if somebody has really hurt your feelings, can you say that to them? Can you be like, look, you know what? You were a real jerk to me. Like, you did this, that, and the other, and I don't really appreciate that. And if they're like, you know, become vicious towards you again, then you can walk away. But there's this advice here of saying to speak your mind and to be willing to really listen to your heart in the matter, but to find space for yourself and to not get dragged in to this negativity. We have 12:12 on the clock, guys. There's this energy of not letting things overwhelm you and letting yourself transform, because what has happened in the past is like, when somebody does something to you or when something like this happens, I feel like you guys are taking it on as, oh my gosh, this is a reflection of who I am as a person. These people acting crazy, it must be me because it's the only kind of people that I have in my life. Like, everybody's so dramatic, I must be dramatic too. I don't feel like that at all. You guys are not very dramatic. You're not, like, I feel like you guys are pretty chill and you're very open and you're very accepting of most things. But when stuff like this happens, you guys take it so personal. And they're saying here, like, don't let others put you in a state of catatonic grief. And the thing is that's been really hard for you because it comes from a family wound. This is a family curse that has been put on your parents, on your grandparents, on their parents. You know, this is something that you have to heal along the lineage so that you no longer pass this on. But see, nobody's wanted to heal this. So especially if this person in your energy is a family member, just understanding that they're still living the same lies that their parents lived because they chose not to go deeper into their emotional body, right? We were taught how to deal with our mind by going to school. We were taught how to deal with our physical body by going to physical education, but nobody taught us or trained us on our most important aspect of being a human, which is our emotional body. And so that's something that I definitely feel like you guys are in the midst of doing right now. And it's important for you guys to remember that when people lash out at you, that has nothing to do with you. It's just sometimes the more you heal, the more you stroke people's demons the wrong way. Wow. There's a lot of negative energy in your guys' field right now. There's a lot of imbalance here. You guys are people pleasers, and I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm just pointing out what's coming through in the cards here. And so what advice is going to serve you guys here is saying no. For like, even if it's the first time, like somebody's like, hey, let's go to a party, it's Saturday night, and you worked late Friday and you had to work a double on Saturday, and they still want you to go out after. And if you're that energy, like saying like, oh, I can't say no to them because that's going to make me a bad person. And then come Sunday, that's your only day to rest, but you stayed out until 5 o'clock in the morning, and then they want to go out to breakfast and they keep you up even later. People are going to do that all the time. Like, people unintentionally will waste your time, or they'll unintentionally put you in positions that will put your back up against the wall. And then come Monday, you're so exhausted, you have to call in from work. Like, that's the type of energy here of imbalance in your life. And they're saying here that you have to find a way to say no, and that's going to actually cause you guys to spiritually grow. It's also going to help you guys raise your consciousness in a sense of understanding what it means to be in a state of self-love, because right now it's like either these negative energies are drawing you down, or it's the people who you care about and love the most that are constantly trying to get your attention, because again, you guys have this really chill energy about you. There's nothing like real crazy. It's just you guys aren't able to find your truth and your own inner energy right now, because you're in this process of dealing with, if it's not over here, it's over here, and you're just stuck somewhere in the middle between a rock and a hard place. And so there's this energy of needing to find balance and really truly healing that aspect of yourself of thinking that just because somebody's upset, even if you tell a friend no and they get upset because you've always said yes, sometimes it's hard not to take that as like, oh my gosh, I did something wrong. But that's not wrong. Protecting yourself is not wrong. We have to fill ourselves up. We have to put stuff into our emotional cup, and we really have to take care of ourselves and love ourselves, because if we don't do that, we don't have anything left to give to anyone else. And so here we are running around on empty, trying to give to everyone else and be like, oh my gosh, I can help you, I can help you, I can do this for you, I can do that for you. And then all of a sudden you find like maybe your house starts taking a hit, like you have dishes piled up in the sink sky high, or you haven't vacuumed in weeks, or you haven't made the bed, or you haven't done laundry, and you're like, I'm down to like my last of the last clothes and I have to do laundry. Do you see? It's like constantly saying yes to everyone else, and you're the one that's suffering, and then you have to put so much time and energy just to get things rebalanced, rather than just saying no every once in a while. If you say no once a week to somebody, you guys will see an immense difference in, first, the way you feel, and second, in the amount of time that you have for yourself, right? Self-love is not selfish. It's not. And a lot of people really believe that it is, but we must first help ourselves before we can help anybody else. Yeah, there's a need to shift the way you see things here. Okay, it's like you guys, that's that energy I was getting. It's like you guys take everything so personal. It's like if somebody gets upset, and it doesn't even have to be at you, you guys could be in the vicinity of somebody who's getting upset, and suddenly it's like, oh my gosh, was I the cause of that? Like, what did I do wrong? Like, it would not surprise me if somebody's down and out and had a bad day, and you guys maybe go and ask them, are you mad at me? And it's just like, because you guys take everything so, it's internalized. You internalize everything. You internalize everybody else's issues, which is also telling me you guys are extreme empaths, or very acute empaths. And you guys have touched, it's like when you go into a room, you grew up in a situation where you had to read the room before you walked in so that you knew how to protect yourself. So like if your parents were angry, you learned how to read that at a very early age. This is a skill that people can develop, and I feel like you guys developed this from the time you were a child, and it has just gotten stronger and stronger and stronger, because it's a skill that never goes away. But it's like if your parents were angry, it's like you had to read that before you walked into the room so that you didn't get caught in the situation, or on the other side, you guys guys were the peacemakers so that you could walk in and try and save face, right? Or maybe it was your siblings and they were fighting and you knew if you walked in the room, they were going to take it out on you, and you had to read that. And it's like walking in and still trying to save that, still trying to make sure everybody was okay, not taking care of yourself. It's like putting everybody else first. And that's the energy that I'm getting with your pile here. And it's okay. Like, there's nothing to be upset about. It is something that happens to a lot of empaths. It's something, and everybody's capable of reading energy, but there are situations where children grew up in some very hostile environments. And you can be like, well, my parents never hit me. They never abused me like that. No, but emotional abuse is still just as vicious as physical abuse and sexual abuse. And we don't talk about those things, but that is what usually happens to an empath, is you get emotionally abused and you're worse for wear. And that's what Source is saying here. It's like, you guys need to really hone in on, what is my feeling? What's going on with me? How do I feel in this situation? Is what I'm feeling right now actually how I feel? Or is this what somebody else is feeling and I've just taken that on? Because once you guys learn how to control that, and you learn where your feelings end and where another person's begins, you guys will actually be able to read rooms and know how to protect yourself rather than taking on everybody else's energy or feeling like it's your fault. A good way to do this is something I learned along the way, and this is just an example, guys. There are plenty of ways to do this. Like I said, it's meditation, spending time, understanding, journaling about how you feel. But something that I've learned along the way is to light a candle, and you sit in front of the candle, and you see the candle as separate from you. And this helps you draw a boundary and realizing that people are separate from you. Yes, we are all one, right? Many leaves in one tree. Yes, we are all one, but there's this perspective here. There's this idea that's saying, oh my gosh, we're all so connected that I have to take care of everybody. And you guys carry the weight of the world on your shoulders because of that. But lighting a candle and seeing the candle burn and sitting there and meditating with your eyes open, focused on the candle, you guys will understand that you can either meld with the candle or you set that boundary, and understanding that that is separate, and practice both, like melding with the energy and then letting it go and seeing yourself as separate from the flame. And that will help you guys start to understand, what are you feeling? Where are your feelings end, and where does another person's begin, or where does the room begin, right? So what else do we got? Yeah, because right now you guys feel very stuck. You feel very stuck in some very awful situations. Some very these just feel very heavy. And it feels very energetic. And that's why it's like, this is like an emotional stuck. It feels like you guys always deal with broken hearts. You always deal with people who maybe stab you in the back. You maybe deal with people who don't give a crap about what it is that you're going through. Like, this is energy of being stuck because of the people around you and not feeling like you have a way out. But what Source is trying to point out here, and what your guides are trying to come through and say, is that if you guys change the way you see the situation and see yourself as an individual, and that it's okay to take care of yourself, you guys will understand that to get out of this situation is actually not that difficult. There will be a solution that presents itself fairly quickly, but it takes time for you guys to see things from a different way. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, but the more you work with it and the more you become familiar with yourself as a whole, right? You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. No, this is not because you came from a broken home, and if you did, that's fine, but that doesn't make you broken. Nobody's broken. We're complete whole beings. It's crazy when people are like, oh, you're so broken. Like, no. What happens is you start to just shut off from pieces of yourself, but those pieces are still within you. You've compartmentalized them somewhere and said, I don't need you, or your emotional ego says, I don't need you because you get me in trouble. And that's a survival tactic that we learn as a child. And right now, your emotional ego has turned you into this, I'm always in survival mode, rather than letting your spirit run you. And your spirit says, okay, I'm a being of unconditional love. I am capable of handling whatever comes towards me because I'm no longer that 5-year-old child. I'm an adult. I'm no longer that 3-year-old child. I am an adult. I'm no longer that 15-year-old child. I am an adult. And you see what I'm saying? Like you're no longer that age because you've lived life now. You have an idea and see yourself as a child that you would take care of and give yourself that same love and watch what happens. I want to get a little bit more on this. Can I please clarify this energy here, Source? Okay. Yeah, you guys have outgrown this situation. This is something that has weighed on you for a long time. And you guys have done some internal work. It's not like you guys haven't done the work, but there's this energy of really believing that this person, you guys care about this person. There's this link and connection between you and this person here. And there's this fear if I move on, I'm losing something that actually mattered to me. And they're saying here that you've completely gotten way too big for this situation. You guys are in this, it's again, that energy of being stuck, right? But it's if I grow any bigger, this is going to get cut. I'm going to get hurt and I'm going to feel even worse because I'm going to leave this person behind. People come into our lives for a reason, a season, a blessing, or a lesson. That's it. That's it, guys. You just have to understand not everybody's going to be there for our lifetime. And we have to be okay with that. Even if it is family, they're not always going to be there for us for our lifetime. And that is probably one of the hardest things because it's blood is thicker than water, but not always. Not always. And some people don't see it that way. Some people don't. They see strangers as being more blood related than they see their own family. And it's unfortunate, but I've seen it time and time again. Yeah, this person, this energy is very childish. And the reason they're so childish is because you guys are capable of making good friends. You guys are capable of sharing experiences. You guys are capable of having outside experiences from this situation. And that's why, and they act very childish towards you. And I said that in the beginning. And here we have this energy confirming that this person's very childish with this Page of Wands in the reverse. They're very immature when it comes to you guys doing what's right for you, and they want to stop you from having success with that. So don't let this person keep you from living your dream. Please get another clarifying card for this. It's a very toxic situation for you. So this person knows how to push on your buttons. Not only do they know how to push on your buttons, this person, that's just who they are. I feel they treat a lot of people like this. They treat a lot of people in this energy of I'm better than everybody. This person. So growing up, I used to hear this, it's not the same. That's different. You wouldn't understand. I used to hear that all the time. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because that's the type of energy that I get from this person. It's you guys have experienced maybe very parallel paths. You guys maybe have experienced the same kind of losses or the same kind of hurts and the same kind of pains. And it's not that you guys have the same perspective on it, because our life and who we are, it changes from person to person. But it doesn't mean that a person can't relate to you. Right? And it doesn't mean that you can't relate to another person. However, this person truly believes that they are one of a kind individual and that no one can relate to them. And they adore when you left them up on this pedestal because, like I said, this is somebody that you really cared about a lot. And this person was obsessed with the fact that you guys had them on this pedestal. It made them feel big. It made them feel bad. It made them feel like they could conquer the world. And now that's starting to slip because you're seeing the negativity in this situation. And that's what they're saying. You need to balance that out. Don't let them draw you back in. This person's really good at drawing you back in. So don't let them draw you back in. Yeah, they're watching you. And the reason they're with the King of Coins in the reverse again, that's the card that we started with, guys. The reason they're watching you here is because they are so afraid that you guys are going to have either financial success. This could be family. You guys could be starting a family. You guys are happy. You guys could have something that you're building towards right now, saving towards. You guys could be investing, but they're watching you like a hawk because they are so scared that you guys are going to make it. And then where does that leave them? This idea that they're entitled to what they want in life, and then suddenly it never comes through. Like, where does that leave them? Right? Let's get one more clarifying card here. Yeah. You guys aren't seeing how powerful you are. You have this beautiful ability to set up a boundary with them. Look, that's it. I'm done. I'm not going to let you talk to me like this anymore. I'm not going to let you treat me like this anymore. I'm not going to let you draw me in anymore. Saying no is your guys' biggest powerhouse here, and this person knows that because they've never been told no before. And I feel like maybe you've told them no in the past, but it's scary, right? Like sometimes dealing with this is really scary. It's really frightening because it means that we're like having to say that, oh my gosh, everything that my whole identity is built on, that I'm everybody's problem. It means I have to break that down. And then who am I? Then you find out when you break that energy down that you're this beautiful energy. You're this wonderful person. You're so strong. And you're capable of leading people because you've been through a lot. And this person refuses to acknowledge the pain and the misery that you've had to experience because they still believe that theirs is worse than yours. And I don't feel like that's true. I'm not saying that anybody has experienced anything any worse than that. But I do feel like you guys could very much relate to this person, but they just refuse to think that there's somebody out there who understands what they've gone through. Yeah, they're making it very clear here to work on yourself, because the more you guys work on yourself, the more independent you're going to become, and the more you're going to break down the illusions that this person has put in place for you. And you guys are already set to succeed here. They're showing me right now that you guys are set to succeed in whatever it is that you're trying to build in this physical realm, in the 3D realm. So whether that's financial independence, financial security, whether that's a new job with a better pay, whether just a new position, a higher position. This could be a family, a home. This could be a car. This could be anything. This could be a new wardrobe. It could be as simple as just getting new makeup or getting new shoes, right? Whatever it is that you guys really care about, that you're trying to really build in. It's not that it determines who you are. It's like, this is just what you work towards, right? This is what you desire in life. It's already coming. And they're saying the more you work on yourself and the more you work towards what it is that you're doing, you guys are already set for success. And this person's going to be cold. They're going to be bitter no matter what you do. They're a trip. This person is a trip. Let's get some oracles out on it, guys. Okay. Yeah, there's this really deep connection with this person. Like I said, if this is a boss or if this is somebody you work with, like, I feel like at one point you guys were on a similar level. Like, you guys were maybe coworkers and you guys, were really good friends. What do we got on the bottom? Fear of abandonment is keeping you in toxic connections. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just saying. Like, there's this energy of feeling like, oh my gosh, like if I let them go, what happens, right? Like, what happens to me? What happens to this connection? I'm letting go. I'm not being a friend. I'm not being a true friend. And they're saying, like, this is very toxic. We have the devil coming out, showing who this person is, right? Like, that's it. Like, you guys can't get more toxic than that type of energy. And they want to keep you in these situations. And it's like they do this between you and another person, or you and a whole bunch of people. It's not relevant to the reading. There could be somebody that you guys are pushing away. See, it says on the bottom, you waiting on this connection is pushing me away. Go do you, boo. So it's like, if you guys are sitting around waiting for them to be like opening up their hearts to you guys, like, that's not. It's like you guys are just waiting for nothing. Yeah, there's a need to stand ferocious in your energy. Like, this is not the bad kind of, like, don't be vicious, don't be malicious. This is like, just be firm when it comes to you guys. We have Wolverine energy here with number 5. And number 5 is all about change. Being willing to change what it is that you're doing, right? Like, that's And number 5 is a really, really uncomfortable place to be at, because it's like when you guys go from being new to the situation to really opening up to this growth that's inside of you. And that's really uncomfortable place to be. Yeah. Virgo energy on the bottom. We have integrity, reverence, and service. Yeah, you guys are meant to be service with Aries, independence, bravery, and passion following that. So I'm just going to show you, because this flew out. I mean, it flew out. We have square coming through. A challenging situation and a mountain to climb. Like, that's exactly what this energy is. It's a square. It's a challenge. With it, we have Mars energy, which is move forward and defend yourself. Guys, I can't be more clear about this. This came out over this energy of showing that you guys are a boss. You guys have boss energy, but for some reason, when it comes to this person, you guys don't want to rock the boat. Like, that's what's coming through here. Yeah, it's time for you guys to make a place for you to go that feels safe, where you guys can really build whatever it is that you're working on. Okay. Look, we have desert vision quest. So this is that energy of taking your questions, taking a water bottle. You go out into nature and you spend time with Source. You ask your questions, ask your guides, ask your angels, ask Source, God, the universe, whatever it is that you call it. It doesn't matter, guys, but spending time and getting those answers that you need, but they're not going to come from outside of you. It's going to be a within journey. This is like journeying within to those depths of yourself and really listening to that voice within you so that you guys can get guidance. We have number 18 with Sea Otter, transformations coming through here. Yeah, you guys are in the midst of a transformation. Something very spiritual is about to happen to you guys here, which is very good. You just need to close out this cycle. Before I turn these over, I totally forgot to look at the bottom of the deck here. I can't with you guys. I didn't even know. So when I said that you guys are too big for this, right? We have the Two of Swords coming out here, okay? In the reverse. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords in the reverse coming out. It's like, this is just totally clarifying exactly what came out with the King of Cups behind that in the upright. So they're just saying, like, you're too big for this. Like, you guys are emotionally capable of taking care of yourselves. You guys can provide yourselves whatever it is that you're seeking from this person. So if that's friendship, if that's familial connections, if that's, I don't know, it could be father-daughter, it could be mother-daughter, mother-son, father-son, it could be grandparent, child, whatever it is, guys. This could be even cousins, brothers, sisters, whatever. But this person just doesn't see you for you because they see you as an obstacle. That's what they see you as. They see you as an obstacle in their life. Like, oh my gosh, pile one is in my way. They have to go because they're keeping me from getting my abundance. And in truth, this person the only reason they have any sort of abundance in their life is because you're in their life. You're a very abundant individual. And it's like the minute that you cut ties with this person, all that luck that they're drawing off of you, it's going to go by the wayside. So we have fearing the unknown. Yeah, so there's something scaring you here. It's like this energy of like, oh my gosh, if I leave, what happens? If I leave this person, what happens to me? If I leave this person, what happens to them? And sometimes you just can't worry about that anymore because it's just not a good connection to be in. So we have them coming through saying, I'm sorry, you made me realize I too had to grow. So their higher self is coming through apologizing for them here. I do not feel like you guys will ever get this apology in real life. Like, it's not something that they're just going to, hey, next week, pile one, I'm sorry, y'all. No, that's not what's going to happen here. This person is very proud. Like, they're very much in an egotistical energy. Like, again, they're very entitled, and that entitlement keeps them from admitting that they're wrong. It keeps them from admitting any kind of fault. Thank you for choosing to overcome your struggles. And we had a challenging situation here in defending self. This is a message from Source saying thank you. Like, you guys are seen. Okay, like, you guys, whatever it is that you've done, you're seen. Like I said, you guys are this very cool, chill energy. It's like you guys are very kind, and somebody is not being very kind about you. Whether that's behind your back or to your face, it doesn't matter, but Source sees you, okay? The universe sees you, God sees you. You're never not seen. You guys are seen, you guys are loved, you guys are cherished, and you do belong here. And so it's important for you to understand that some situations just really aren't for you to carry. It's more for you to walk away. And, you know, when they talk about karma or dharma, it's like the kinder you are, the more dharma you build, the more good luck you bring into your life, right? The more vicious that you are as a person, and the more that you just don't care about others, the more karma you build. And it's like, because this person is the way that they are, they're building a lot of karma. And it's kind of like a rubber band. You know, when you stretch a rubber band back, it's like the more they keep stretching, the more they keep stretching, the more they keep stretching. Well, this is a rubber band that's never going to break. It will stretch back as far as they can ever take it. Okay, until one day it's gonna let go, right? It's not gonna break, it's gonna let go. And when that lets go, it hurts, because all that stuff comes flooding in like crazy. And I've seen this happen instantly, and I've seen it happen over time. Source really wants you guys to know that you're being looked out for. It says, trust that I know what you're truly worthy of, and that I'm bringing you love that exceeds your wildest imagination. Love, Source. Guys, I only have like 2 of these cards. I have one in this deck, and I have one in this deck. That's crazy. And both of them came out on this spread. I love that. Oof. Okay, and this could be somebody that you guys are involved with on a physical level too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a family member. This could be a lover. But honestly, I feel like this is still this energy of this family member. It says, really, you thought I cared for you. In truth, I am a player, so I used you. Like, that's the energy. That's the energy that has come through here, guys. Like, this person is just not so kind. Excuse me, I need a drink. Excuse me. Oh, they're mad about that. Oh, they're mad. It's like pulling the wool from your eyes. Like, this person's mad because they've had the wool over your eyes for a long time. But honestly, guys, the more you protect yourself, okay, and this is just understanding your advice, is coming down to finding ways to protect yourself, whatever resonates for you, whether that's sitting in prayer, whether that's doing a ritual, whether that's being in nature by yourself and meditating, or whether that's finding a cord cutting ceremony, or whether that's finding a cord cutting meditation, or, you know, doing a energy vampire meditation, or doing a protection ceremony. Whatever it is, guys, there are tons of ways to protect your energy. Find a way to protect yourself, and more importantly, always be brave enough to say that 2-letter word, no. Always be brave, because it's better to have said no, and then later, if things work out, you can say yes, because that's kind of like a pleasant surprise, right? Rather than saying yes and then later feeling obligated, number 1, to go, or number 2, feeling bad because you have to say no. And you shouldn't feel bad, but there's still that thing that comes along with it, okay? It's okay to change your mind. What I'm saying, though, is that we should get into the habit as a society to say no first and say yes later. And we're not. We're very much a yes society, and we've been taught to say yes to others before we say yes to ourselves. And so just try it for yourself for a little while, saying no to everyone else and saying yes to yourself, and just see what happens, guys. Don't give up, though. You're on a good path. You guys are doing really well. I just am sending you guys out so much love. And just know that you are a beautiful person. If no one's told you lately, hear these words. You guys are definitely beautiful people. You have a wonderful energy, and we need you. The world needs you. Okay, so this is what I have for you guys, pile number 1. If this resonates, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe down below, set the notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. I'm truly honored to be here giving you guys these readings. I love you guys so very much. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. But until next time, guys, I hope you have a beautiful, blessed, wonderful rest of your time. Bye, guys. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining us. We've got your cards here. We've got our oracles all laid out. I'm going to light the clove real quick just to cleanse the energy. Cards have been smudged. We'll get into it, guys. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. So this is advice and messages from Source. I've got the clarification piles here. Now, they did want me to mention that some of you guys could be a Cancer. This was just what happened before. You guys could be a Cancer, or you could be dealing with Cancer energy. If you guys are not, that is okay. That is just a clarification for some people. Other than that, it's more them pointing out that it's time for you guys to really look into the motherly wound. Like, were you guys nurtured as you felt like you should have been as a child? Or were there times when you felt like you were ignored? Were you guys given support on the things that you needed support on? Were you guys there comforted? Were you guys protected from things in your life? Or did you guys feel like you were kind of always pushed to the side and like you kind of had to provide that for yourself? Like, that's something that they want you guys to look into, okay? I am going to do these readings a little bit different than I have been. There's really no rhyme or reason for it. It was just what I was called to do today. So let's go ahead and get into it. I don't know what these cards are. I'm going to find out with you guys. All right. So interesting. Okay. So yeah, they're already talking about family here. We definitely have that feminine energy coming through here. There's something in your family. It was like from your mother that you guys were not given as a child. And you're desperately seeking that from others right now. And I feel like you guys maybe have a lot of failed relationships here. You guys could be dealing with Piscean energy as well. You don't have to be, but that is a message coming through here. But what had happened is that something along the way, like it's like maybe your mom had to give too much, or maybe your mom just didn't receive that as a child either. But there's this energy of not being able to care for you in the way that she needed to, or she could have. This is like feeling like she had to always put everybody else first. And so it kind of made her resent the fact that maybe you were there, or maybe that she had a family. And I don't feel like she ever necessarily projected that onto you like in a vicious way. It's just that she withdrew her energy from everybody a lot. And so, you know, when we think about the Cancerian energy, they're represented by the crab. Let me stick my finger right in your guys' face there. There we go. They're represented by the crab, and it's this hard outer shell with the soft underbelly, right? And so it was like a protection scheme that was put up so that she always appeared hard, or like somebody in your family that was a feminine energy. That could have been, and you know, we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. This could be a masculine who is a feminine zodiac sign, an earth sign, or a water sign. Or this could have been a masculine that was a feminine energy just in general, just kind of resided in that. So whatever it is that resonates with you guys, okay? Because there's a lot of different energies coming through here. But they definitely put on this hard front, like, I'm so hard, like it takes everybody a long, long time to get to know me, and very rarely would they let anybody in. And they were okay with taking care of other people's needs. I feel like you guys saw this person take care of everybody outside of the family, but when it came to internal situations, it was very much swept under the carpet. Like this idea, if anybody finds out that we're dealing with these problems, then like we're gonna appear weak. And that was the last thing that this person wanted to seem. And it's not that you guys were weak, it's you're human, you're dealing with human things. And so many people put this idea that like, oh my gosh, if I feel my emotions, I'm weak. If I have a bad day, I'm weak. If I have financial troubles, I'm weak. If I, you know, have a loss in the family, I'm weak. It's like, it's pretty human to experience all those things, okay? Like, and it's not a representation of your character, but that's how this person felt. And that's, I feel like, how you guys may feel too. It's like you guys may have a hard time expressing your emotions here, and you may have a hard time really opening yourselves up to love and, you know, comfort from other people. It's not that maybe there's not a lot of people in your life that offer that, or there could be people in your life that are trying to offer that, but you guys just have that hard exterior because that's what you guys have learned from the childhood. And that the first thing they said here was the mother wound before I even started your guys' reading. So they're bringing that out really loudly here, showing that there was a disconnect when it came to the emotional stability in your family. So what else do we got going on here? Yeah, so we have this coming through here showing that there's just this fear of seeming like they weren't in control. It's like society says. Why do I hear it? I honestly heard society says, but I felt like it was like Simon Says. Like, that's that energy, but it's like society says, oh, you can't have less than $100 in your bank account. Society says you can't struggle with groceries this week. Society says you must believe this. Society says you must have this. Society says you must act this way. And so it's like taking that so literal. And like that is the word above all words, saying that, oh my gosh, if I don't fit into society, then something is wrong with me. And the advice here is to really look within and say, okay, where are your failed relationships? Where have you been non-committal? Because there's this energy coming through where you may be non-committal, or you may fear commitment, or you guys may attract people who fear commitment. Okay. And so that's what they're saying. But the first thing they said is that there's a vast majority of you guys that have a fear of commitment and you're non-committal. And that's okay. It's not a bad thing. Like, people peg that as such a bad thing. But again, society says it's very human what you're experiencing. And so they're saying here to really look at this and find the pattern. Like, where does that come from? Maybe you have to go through all the relationships that you've had and then dig even deeper. Like, where were friendships that were like that, where they just kind of dissipated and really weren't committed relationships, friendships, and then go even deeper than that. But they're really pointing out the mother wound here. And then it's almost like you guys have this energy tied to this mother wound that's like, but I had a luxurious life as a child, or I had this very, simplistic way of living, but I had everything that I needed, whatever it is. It's like this energy of feeling grateful for what you had as a child. And they're saying that's not to take away from what it is that you had as a child, but all of our life, what we experience in our day-to-day life is a representation of how we were raised as a child. So if you fight and you argue a lot, where did you see that as a child? If you guys feel like you always have to defend yourself and you can't just let bygones be bygones, where did you see that as a child? If you have failed relationships all the time, where did you see that as a child? It doesn't have to be between a mother and a father, right? It could be between family members. This could be brother, your mom and your uncle, your dad and your auntie. It doesn't matter, but there's somewhere where you guys saw that. And then that translates into your day-to-day life, that translates into the connections that we have, because our family is the first connection that we ever had in our lives. Because for like the first 12, 15 years of our life, and even beyond, but most kids, after they turn 15, they become pretty independent while you're still dependent on your parents. But we're talking about emotionally dependent on your parents is probably from the age you're born until you're probably like 10 or 12, where you really start to branch out with your friends and spend time with your friends, right? So they're showing me here that you need to really look into this, because there's some type of authority in your life that is overshadowing how you approach connections in your life. Okay. And it leaves you guys brokenhearted and hurt and fearing what's next. And it's scary, but what you guys may not understand just yet is that this is something that has been placed on your shoulders to change. It's interesting. You guys might resonate with one of the other piles too, but the thing is I still feel this different energy coming through here, because it's like, this is something that whatever gender you are, okay, and this sounds strange, but whatever gender you are, and it's not what you identify with. I just want you guys to understand this. This is, and I make no judgments. I don't care. Whatever you guys choose in life, or whatever you are in life, that is exactly what you're meant to be, because that is a divine expression of Source. And that is okay. And that's a beautiful thing. But here we have this energy, whatever gender you were born as, your gender in your family has suffered that same thing that you're suffering. Okay, so like if you were born a girl, all the women in your family have suffered the same way that you have. If you were born a male, all the men in your family have suffered the same way that you have, okay? It's not to say your identity or whatever. It's not about that. This is literally about biological energy here. And they're being very blunt about that. Like, this is something that you guys are sent to heal. Cool. If you were born a male and you identify as a woman, fine. You're still going to heal that if you choose to heal that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. What you choose now, or what has been in your heart, or what you guys feel is right for you, it does not matter. This is just saying, like, that's so you guys can kind of get an idea of what it is that you're dealing with here and why it's so cyclical in your life, okay? A lot of betrayal. That was the first thing I heard flipping over this card. A lot of betrayals and upsets, anger, dismissal. You guys may see 8 a lot, like 888, 88. You guys just may see it come up a lot. Maybe you look at the clock and it's 8:08. You guys just may see 8 a lot and be like, why do I see 8 a lot? And it's because most likely at that time, whatever it is that you're thinking it relates to this very situation. But oftentimes we don't think about our thoughts. And so they're just saying to pay attention to what you're thinking at those times that you see 8. But there's a lot of betrayal that's happened along the line. So this is a lot of secrecy that's coming through here. And it feels like maybe there are family members that have kept secrets from other family members, you included. But along with that, friends and other relationships that have actually had a lot of betraying thoughts or things that have happened where they've let each other down. And you guys are dealing with that now. And there's this energy that's following you guys. This, like, maybe you're dealing with that with current friends or current relationships. I apologize. I need a drink. They do not want me to talk about this. But Circe is bringing it out, guys. Circe says, nope, doesn't matter. There's a lot of regret that's coming through here. Here's the thing. What I feel like a lot of people in your family haven't realized is it's like they don't see the common denominator with these situations. It's like there's only so long that you can go through life blaming other people for the things that you've been in. And sometimes you yourself are not completely innocent of the situation, you know. Everybody is guilty, right? Everybody sins. It's like, I always tell people are like, oh, when you talk about empaths and narcissists, this is the example that they're giving me, right? When you talk about empaths and narcissists, everybody's like, oh, the empath is a victim. Right. The empath may be the victim in a situation like that. However, the empath is the one that encourages the narcissist to continue acting that way because they refuse to stand for themselves. So if you don't have an empowered empath in a situation like this where they know how to set boundaries or to say no, right? They too have their own guilt and sin in the situation. It's easy to play the victim. It's hard to really look at your own actions and take accountability for what it is that you've done in your own life. And so that's what they're pointing out here, regardless of the betrayal that's been felt along your family lines, regardless of the betrayal that you felt in your life. How can you take accountability for your own actions? Stop blaming everybody. Stop saying it's everybody else's fault and say, what can I do to change the trajectory of my life? What can I do in this now moment to ensure that I stop attracting situations like this into my life? And that's what they're really bringing forth here. Your advice is to pay attention to yourself, to really hone in on what it is that you bring to each and every situation. And that's not easy because we like to think of ourselves as good people all the time that don't have faults. And then we blame ourselves when we do notice our faults. And so to ask you to consciously look at your faults, it's uncomfortable. It's a very uncomfortable situation to be put in. However, it is a very rewarding situation as well when you choose to look at your own faults and choose to grow from those as well. Because this is Source coming through asking you to make a conscious decision for your own life here. whatever's going on, it's definitely making you feel brokenhearted. It's making you feel run down. It's making you feel defeated and hopeless. And it's making you feel like all you do is create, or not create, but all you do is attract toxic connections or toxic situations into your life. And it's like, okay, maybe all these things are happening. Okay, maybe that's everything that's happening. However, are you sitting and playing the victim and being like, oh, poor me, poor me? And it's like that, oh, well, Susie's a terrible person. I can't be friends with Susie anymore because, this. And so then the next person comes in and Remy's a terrible person. I can't be friends with Remy because Remy just does this. And it's like this constant line, and you never look at your own actions in the situation. It's not to say that you're a terrible person. It's just to say, okay, so what am I doing that's maybe attracting people like this? Am I enabling them to act that way? Am I a pushover? Am I a people pleaser? Am I a yes person? Am I somebody who constantly goes out of my way? Do I cross the river when they barely cross, a drop on the ground? What's going on here? What am I giving to the situation that may be actually enabling me to connect with and bring in these types of individuals or these types of situations, right? So, I don't want to curse, but I don't have any other way of saying it. I mean, I guess, but honestly, the saying is, don't act like your shit don't stink. Like I apologize for cursing, guys, but the thing is that's what's coming through here. It's like everybody's crap stinks. This nobody's free of that, right? Just like nobody's free of sin. Like we all sin. We all have our own issues. We all enable, or we all have our own toxic traits. Even the empath has toxic traits, just sometimes as bad as the narcissist. But we don't talk about that stuff because we're in a place now where it's like, oh, let's victimize the empath, but not actually teach them how to empower themselves. And so it's this advice that will teach you how to empower yourself. I can't. You guys are repressing something. So there's some kind of abuse or something that you guys experienced as a child. I'm hearing between the ages of 3 and 8 that you guys experienced, and it was really rough on you. And you guys maybe were betrayed by a parent or a family member, a friend. It could be anybody, but I do feel like this is a parent. And we're talking about the mother wound here. It could have been your mom. So maybe you guys had something happen and you wanted your mom to keep a secret. This is the example they're giving me, is that you wanted your mom to keep the secret. And all of a sudden she told the whole family, and then the whole family knew. And the whole family teased you about it, and they made fun of you about it, or they really got into your business about it. And this is something, it's repressing that energy that keeps you guys constantly attracting situations like this. It's because you feed the demon, right? So when we talk about that, you feed the demon, it's like you're letting your emotional ego be correct that I have to act this way in order to protect myself, rather than saying, you know what, I'm not in that situation. I'm not dealing with that anymore, right? So I don't have to be that way anymore. I can change. I am capable of change, but change has to be a conscious choice here. And so right now they're saying that this repression or not dealing with it, or if every time it gets triggered, all you do is push it down and say, I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to deal with that later. Like that's repressing the energy because it's being triggered in order for you guys to heal it. So if betrayal happens right now in this day and age, right now where you're at in this here, now, here moment, and you guys just repress it again, it's going to come back, right? Rather than when it gets triggered, don't project onto everybody. Don't take it out on everybody. Rather, spend some time with yourself and say, okay, well, where does this stem from? What's going on? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like the world is coming to an end? Why do I feel like I want to tear everybody a new one? Whatever it is that you're feeling, and know that however you feel, it is perfectly okay that you feel that way. Everybody's like, oh, I can't, again, we go back to that, how that energy was in the beginning. I can't have my emotions. I'm weak. I can't feel because I'm weak. I can't have grief because I'm weak. I can't show people I'm struggling because I'm weak. No. The only thing it is human. And last time I checked, we're all human. At least I think we are. you know? And so if that's a human thing to do, why are we denying ourselves our basic being? So allow yourself to feel. And when you guys let yourself feel this situation, when it gets triggered, you'll start to uncover what it is that you've been holding inside. I'm not going to say it's a pretty journey, because it's not. It's very ugly. It's very uncomfortable. It's very like, but in the end, you'll feel a lot lighter because of it, and you'll feel a lot different because of it. And there's not going to be so much resent and anger towards this situation from the past, because you're going to be able to come to a place where you forgive it. And forgiveness is not saying that whatever happened was right. It's saying that I'm letting go of the shackles that this is holding on me, because I deserve to be free. That's what forgiveness is. So it's going to help you guys come into a state of forgiveness here. Yeah. Exactly what I was saying. They're just clarifying this here. You guys have had a lot of struggling connections and relationships, especially romantic relationships. You guys maybe have a lot of struggles with your romantic relationships. Some of them don't last. What I was saying too, some of you guys are non-committal. So like the minute that commitment comes up, you guys turn and you run and you're like, oh, I'm out. I'm done. I can't. Nope, not today. No, we're not playing that game. I'm going to hang up my hat and my coat here. I'm going to get my fancy on, okay? No, and some of you guys just have repeat failed relationships where it's like you give and you give and you give, and they don't give in return. And you're left wondering, like, why am I loving so deeply? And this person says that they love me, but they sure don't act like it. They say it, but they don't act like it. And guys, at the end of the day, actions always, I cannot stress that enough. Actions always speak louder than words. 22:22 on the clock as I was saying that, guys. So there's this energy coming through saying, really connect with your inner self here. Really connect with the situations you experienced as a child, and really understanding that you guys have the power to change whatever is going on in your life. I'm not saying if you guys do this today that you're going to change tomorrow. It's going to take consistent effort. It's going to take you guys keep showing up, and you're going to uncover more things that are going to make you feel uncomfortable. But after you really do it the first time, it does get easier. And the discomfort of it never goes away, but it does get easier as you go. May you please clarify this, Source? Please clarify this. Slow and steady wins the race. Yup. They're telling you guys it's going to be a slow process, but when you guys take that leap of faith for yourself and you guys go towards what it is that you want, like say you want a successful connection, how can you build a successful connection with yourself? How can you fall in love with yourself? Because we can only give any kind of love and care and admiration for a person as much as we do for ourselves. So if you look in the mirror and you hate yourself, then you're not going to be very loving to another person. Even though your actions can say love, deep down, there's going to always be resentment, anger, or fear of some kind, right? And that's going to bubble out eventually. But the more that you work on loving yourself and building a true connection with yourself, you guys are going to overcome the negative energy that you guys have relied on for so long. And maybe not even realize that it's negative, but it comes down to having these broken hearts, having these situations where you guys are one-sided love, or maybe somebody is giving you one-sided love and you just want fun, right? Whatever it is, guys, I'm not here to judge and be like, oh, you should be committed. You know what? I can't tell you what's right for you. I can't tell you that how you live is right for you, because that's you. You know you better than I know you, right? Like, I know me, but that doesn't mean how I live is going to be right for you. And that's, at the end of the day, you really have to fine tune what it is and that life means for you, and what is it that you're comfortable doing, and what is it that you're not comfortable doing, and not settling for less, right? Not in terms of your healing. This is in terms of what you want in this physical realm. But if you guys do take this opportunity to really heal this within you and take slow, methodical steps to get there, you guys will overcome this, and you will find a new sense of happiness, and you guys will find an inner peace that comes along with that. May I please get another clarifying card, Source? Yeah, so this could have to do with material. See, that's interesting. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Source. I do. So they are saying that some of you guys, this has to do with the material gain in the world. That's why it's like not feeling good enough if I don't have money. Like maybe that's why your mother was so hard, because she was a single mother and she worked really hard for money. And that was the only way that she could make herself seen in the world. But for others of you guys, it's like a problem building family outside of the family that you have, blood relatives or friends, right? It's this is a challenge for you guys, and this is a repression. Or maybe that's what you're repressing here too, is that your mom, because she was always working, or maybe you guys grew up with a single father. Okay, wherever it is that you guys grew up as, or like it's a single caretaker is what they're showing me here. It's like there's this emphasis on things that like mundane. It's the mundane that doesn't matter. Like there's more to life than surviving. There's friendship, there's love, there's memories, there's experiences. These are all things that matter more than surviving. But a lot of people, sometimes they get so scared and they fear what happens if they don't have enough to take care of things rather than trusting the process. And so you guys could be repressing that, and in turn you don't trust the process, and you always feel like you're going to make the wrong choice. Because maybe there were struggles with that, like where they could have tried to get involved in situations where they made more money or invested their money and it just failed and they ended up getting scammed. And so there's this energy that's coming out right now that's like feeling like, oh, I'm going to make the wrong choice. That's because you guys don't trust yourself, okay? You don't trust yourself to make a good decision. And so that comes from loving yourself. You have to love yourself to trust yourself and have faith in yourself. And that will come with time. And the more you build that up, the stronger you guys will be. Yeah, because of betrayal, a lot of illusions. People were confident in bringing illusions into your life. Whether this was whoever was taking care of you, like your family, or this is just people around you in this now day and age. But it's like people are confident with bringing illusions in your life because they know that if they can paint, excuse me guys, they know if they can paint a pretty picture and make things seem like, oh, hey, if you invest $100, I'm going to get you 10 times your return in a week. But then in a week, that person disappears and you never hear from them again. Like that's that type of energy that's coming through here. And so this is you guys changing the tables here. Don't let people bamboozle you. Don't let people convince you that they know how to invest your money better than you do. Especially if these are like friends or people who are just trying, maybe investing in a new business or something like that. They're saying here, go to people who know. So whether that's you guys going directly to an investor, or if you got not a shady investor, okay? Like we're talking about going to the bank, going to like, you know, somebody with Charles Schwab or something like that, like going to an actual investor and talking to somebody in investments. But they're saying whatever it is, guys, or just saving your money. Instead of investing it, just put it in your savings account, right? Like until you get to that point where you have enough where you feel you can invest without losing. But there are people who betray you, and this is just an example for you guys. Like this could be in life too, where people betray you and getting you involved in a relationship, and then they just kind of bunk out and you're like, what the heck? Like, why did you even bother with me? And it's just because of that secretive energy that's coming through here. It's like you guys keep attracting those people in your life that are very secretive. And the reason that is because that has been following your family for a long time. You guys have dealt with that, and where you might not have known it. Like that's the thing that I always laugh about when parents are like, don't tell your kids because, you know, they're not going to understand. Here's the thing. The more you keep secrets from your kids, the more parents refuse to acknowledge that kids actually know what's going on better than they do, because kids read energy. Kids don't have to understand a topic to know what the energy feels like. And that's the thing I'm always like, don't understand. It's like you'll have kids that come out of situations and they're far more mature than both parents involved in the situation. And the parents are like, I don't know how they ended up like that. And it's like, because they knew what was going on before you did. Like, that's why I always kind of laugh about that stuff. But I feel like you're kind of one of those people that you experience that. Maybe you don't know exactly what happened, but you knew what was happening. Like you felt it. You felt it on a very energetic level here. May I please have one more card here, Source? May I please have one more card? Okay, they want this one. Yeah, we have a repeat cards coming out now. Yep. They're saying this is definitely family energy coming through here. Could be friends. Like, it doesn't have to be blood relatives, but yeah, they offer something. They offer you something only to get you guys back into this anguish energy, this sadness, this heartbreak. But you have an opportunity to heal yourself here. It's like when you guys heal yourselves from the neglect or the hurt that you felt as a child, you're not only going to heal you, you're going to heal the types of relationships that you bring in, and you're also going to have collaborations coming in where you guys will be able to build things together. And that could be business, it could be just partnerships, it could be whatever it is that you guys want to do. Everybody's on a different journey, right? What's on the bottom of your deck? Yeah, definitely an injustice has been done here. Repeat cards coming out, guys. So there's a lot of judgment going on here. There's a lot of energy that's coming through here where it's either you guys or somebody around you guys is judging you guys for doing the same thing that they've been doing. So it's like that. Like if, say you guys are keeping secrets from your family, like they're judging you from keeping secrets from them. But the thing is that they don't have a right to judge because they did that same thing to you. And they're very superficial. Like this is very superficial and they're very conceited energy that's surrounding you. And it's very exhausting. And again, that emotional anguish is coming through here. So they're just saying like, pay attention to these. These are red flags that you guys will be very conscious of without realizing you're conscious of, right? I say, well, that's subconscious. No, it's like you guys, all you have to do is consciously pay attention and you guys will see them right away. Why? Because you guys have lived that. You guys have lived that for a long time. You don't have to be stuck in superficial situations any longer. What was I saying? There's more to life than just surviving. And they're showing it here. Like these are very superficial energies that are coming through. People are very conceited. These are things that you learned as a child that was okay to be this way. And it's not, because this is a cyclical situation. This is a generational curse. It's a family curse, whatever you guys want to call it. This is something that's very cyclical. And it's karmic by nature. And so it's like, it's up to you guys to slowly heal this aspect of your life. Let's get some oracle cards out on it. I felt that one. Okay. Thank you. I need to turn my deck over. What do we got on the bottom? Someone is harboring anger, jealousy, or hate. Yeah, there's a lot of emotions coming through here. Like I was saying, that betrayal, that's like standing out so much to me here. And so that would definitely add to those feelings. So somebody was betrayed here. Somebody was just felt like they were betrayed, or like things were, they were done wrong or whatever it is, and they're really reliving that time and time again. And so they're saying here that you need to find a way to balance your energy, find a way to balance yourself and heal yourself. Like, don't worry about everybody else in this situation. This is about you healing yourself. The world has become dark and lonely since you walked away from me. So did you walk away from this family member? You absolutely could have left. But if you did leave, or if you guys don't spend that much time with them anymore, like, they definitely miss your energy. They miss your energy. Or this could be like I was saying, like you guys have that committal, you're non-committal, and so this could be people. It could actually be a lot of people coming through here too, because there's a lot of energy connected with that. It could be people that you guys didn't commit to, and they're just really sad because you left, because they like your energy, right? Like, and that's fine, but you're just not in a place right now where you can give it. Okay, let's get some more oracle on it. Whoa. All right, yeah. I can't make this stuff up, guys. Like, we had cycles here. Number 31, which is 4. And 4 is all about stability. Right? Like, foundation, structure, stability. And then we have hair with the little bunnies here, or the hairs. And then cycles. You have cyclical nature. I kept telling you this is very cyclical. And then we have cycles coming out here. It's like something that's very... It repeats a lot in your life over and over again. And so it's on you guys to really find out what is the pattern, what keeps drawing this in. It's like taking that accountability for self, right? Like, what is the pattern here? Yeah, and knowing that you guys are protected, right? We have lioness down here with protection, and finding your inner light and not being afraid to shine your inner light. Like, what it is that's going on right now, the advice for the situation and this message that's coming up for you guys. This is something that has been placed on you guys, right? This is something, again, it's like you saw it. It was okay. It was natural, right? This is what you saw. And so it's like realizing that that's not actually yours to carry. Yeah, dream time creation. It's time for you guys to really, truly find a way to create. And then we have love and compassion. Guys, I can't make this stuff up. Look, we have love and compassion underneath that. And this card is not talking about relationship love. This is talking about learning how to love yourself. And then under that, we have ancestors and generations. And I say this is like a family curse. Like, we have ancestral and generations. Like they're trying to help you guys get beyond this situation that has been following people in your life for a long time. So maybe you're a single parent. Maybe, you know, you are dealing with a situation where you have a divorce and you have kids or whatever it is. But it's like it feels very much like what you experienced as a child too. But it just feels so normal for you because that's just how it was. And just because that's how you experienced it or whatever, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's exactly how life is supposed to be. You have a choice. You don't have to continue to live in those cycles. You can choose to do something different. So we have the sun on the bottom of the deck with self-express and embodied truth. Yeah, so what is your truth? And then Cancerian energy coming out. Look, what did I tell you guys? You guys could be dealing with a cancer, or you guys could be dealing, it's that mother wound. We have nurture, comfort, and protection. Yeah, exactly. I said that at the beginning. I love that. I love that confirmation. Okay, so let's see what this one is. Yeah, tsunami, wake-up call. So this is your wake-up call to change something. You guys have to make a choice. It's up to you guys to choose. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's a tarot reader or a therapist, or you guys are going for a guidance counselor, whatever. You're talking to a friend, a family member, and they give you advice. At the end of the day, you guys have to make the decision. Like, anybody can feed you with advice until they're blue in the face, but you ultimately are the one that decides. Right? It's not about taking your advice. It's not about doing exactly what we say. You have to find out the best road for yourself. But understanding that not making a decision is still making a decision. It's making a decision to stay stagnant. And that's difficult. So let's see what else we got here. So we have, what did I say? Strength, structure, stability, foundation. And here we have house 6. I didn't know. I don't know what these are yet, guys. So we have establishing a foundation. I can't make this stuff up. We have health, daily life, and practical details. Taking it step by step, right? So house 6 is ruled by Virgo. And Virgos are very like, they're patient when they approach things, and they like to serve humanity, but they're very patient when they approach things. And so it's like taking that stuff that you have in your daily life and really figuring out what can help you change where you're going. We have Leo energy coming here. Self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity with dream time creation. So there is something that is relying on you guys to begin to create something in your life. So whatever it is that you've dreamed of doing, it's important that you guys get involved in it, because it will help you guys overcome these karmic cycles that you have in your life. And we have house 7. Profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. I can't. You guys want a clarification? What more do you need? Right there. Look at that. You guys read that? Profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. Guys, this is talking about how this past situation is affecting your now situation. The only way to let it go is to make a conscious choice to explore yourself and to understand yourself. So we have tiger energy coming through here. No longer fear your journey. You are the epitome of strength. Yeah, you're so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. You're like, oh, I can't change that. There's nothing I can do about it. You would be surprised. Changing yourself has so much impact on not only you, but people around you. You are authentic, and that scares me. Yeah, so there's somebody in your life that you're scaring. So again, it could be this person that we were talking about, the mother figure in your life. Or this could be just somebody in your energy, but there's something about your authenticity that scares people. But again, you're still harboring those energies that are other people's, right? It's like those other people's beliefs. And so the more you let that go, the more authentic you're going to be in life. And that's going to scare people. And that is really intimidating. When you're an authentic person, when you live in your truth and you understand yourself, and you're not afraid of people, and you're not afraid of what people think of you, and you're not afraid of how people are going to talk about you or talk to you, and you just live in your authentic truth, that really freaks people out. Because most of people, what do we say in the beginning? Society says. Most people live in that. Society says. You know what? Society can go shove it for all I care. And that's what's being authentic. You really have to come into that strength. Okay, so we have rest equals work and work equals rest. You have to find balance. So when it comes to creating what it is that you want to create, just remember, don't overdo it. Okay, whatever it is that you guys are trying to create, don't overdo it. You know, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to work hard. But there always has to be balance. So again, we have love energy coming through here. It says you're being impatient when it comes to love. First, you must heal from the past and be fully able to let it go while having forgiveness from the heart. Didn't I tell you guys, you forgive, not to say whatever it is that happened is okay. You forgive because you say, I no longer need the shackles that has put on my life. Look, guys, I can't make this stuff up. This is one of my own decks that I created. And all these cards are different. They talk about all kinds of different things. And so it's just interesting that that's the one that came out. It's talking about being impatient when it comes to love. And we were talking about failed relationships. Even being non-committal, that still can mean that you're being impatient when it comes to love. Because it's like, you could be in this energy of always looking for the next best thing. Yeah. And this is for you guys. I fought myself, my greatest enemy. And then I became my greatest ally. Exactly. You guys have this opportunity to really be the standing strength in your life. And it's up to you guys. You guys are the only ones that can do that. No one can live your life for you. No one can tell you what to do with your life. You have to do that for yourself. The question is are you going to? You guys have this is a beautiful reading. It was tough, but it's really beautiful. There's a lot to really take in from this. And you guys have an opportunity to really do with your life what you want. I mean, you got the Dreamtime Creation card here. How do you want to live? What do you want to live like? What do you want in your life? Write it down. And don't settle for less, but it means that you have to work at it. No one else is going to get that for you. You guys have to work at it. Okay? This is what I have for you guys, pile 2. I love you guys. I'm sending you guys out an energetic hug. I feel like you need it. You guys are amazing. Don't give up on yourselves. You deserve to fight for you. Okay? So with that being said, may you guys be filled with blessings and prayers of goodwill on you guys. And if this resonated, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel down below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So I've already got your cards picked out. Got the clarification deck. We've got oracles out for you guys. They have been really good so far. This is all about advice and messages from Source at this time. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, guys. And remember that you guys always have the choice, right? To use your intuition and your discernment to know what to make, what decisions to make best for yourself, okay? Everything's smudged and clean so we don't get any prior energies. And let me light the clove so we can cleanse the energy right here. That's for protection. Okay, excellent. Cool. Alright, so I'm going to do these different than I have because usually I just lay out all the cards. But I'm not going to do that this time, so we're just going to do it one at a time and see what comes up. So there's something that's going on right now that you guys don't feel like you're strong enough to deal with. You guys feel like it's overwhelming, it's too much, there's just not enough of you to go around is what I heard right now. I heard there's no getting out of it. I have to do this. And this happens a lot. This happens a lot where you guys get stuck in these situations where you're constantly giving yourself. And you're just exhausted. You're also emotionally distant. Like there's some like energy of being disassociated here. You guys could be an air sign, that's a natural thing with air signs. They are disassociated. They just know how to do that. They also love, like air signs love deeply, but they also know how to disassociate from situations where they don't need to put their heart and soul into it. And so that's something that we learned. But you guys have this energy around you where you're just basically disassociated from everything in your life, where it's like, no, I'm not giving. I have nothing left to give. I'm not, like, there's this energy of not being flexible and feeling like you guys have reached the point of no return. And there's this energy that's also surrounding you guys where you're jealous of people who seemingly have flexibility in their life. So whether that's people who own their own business or whether that's people who, have time for what they want to do. And you just always feel like you don't have time or space for what it is that you want to do. And you just don't feel strong enough to deal with this right now. And there's this feeling of hopelessness that's surrounding that. And distraction. I just heard distraction. So the thing is, I just want to point out here, when you see other people and you get jealous and you're mad about these people who have flexibility with their schedules, understanding that emotion, sorry guys, I have to change this real quick. That emotion is something that it's like a guide for you, because it means that you actually have the ability to create that for yourself. Even if you don't know where to start, that's okay. Right? But it just means that is something that is in the cards for you, but you have to take the steps to get there. And so learning about those emotions is very important for you. So where are you angry? Where are you upset? What do you feel like, when this happens? How does this affect you emotionally? And really honing in on those emotions and understanding that usually the only time that we're lashing out, like, if you hate somebody because, and this is a really strong word, but if you guys hate somebody because they're successful at something, that success lies within you. And the only reason that you're projecting is because you feel as though you don't deserve it. And so that's what's coming through here is like this worthlessness, this feeling of worthlessness, that you're not capable of creating the life that you want, that you're always going to be doing 1,000, right? When I hear that 0 to 60 and 5.2, like that, it's from a song. It's I'm in a hurry to get things done. What is that song? I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, I rush and rush until life's no fun. All I really gotta do is live and die, but I'm in a hurry and don't know why. That's what's going on here. It's like you guys are constantly on the go. Like that's why that song's coming through. That's why that energy is like 0 to 60 and 5.2 is like you have no time to even think about it. It's like from the minute you wake up, and I know that's kind of slow compared to some cars. I get it. But what I'm saying is like it's like from the moment you wake up until you go to bed, it's like you're at 1,000. There is no in between with you. There's no like enjoying your morning cup of coffee. More than likely, most of you guys get your cup of coffee on the go. Like, and even then, it's like if the line's too long, you're gonna go inside, or you're gonna go find another coffee joint that has a less of a line, so that you guys can get your morning coffee on the go. It's like very rarely do you wake up and make it yourself. For those of you guys that do make it yourself, your coffee pot's on a timer. And the minute you wait until the very last second to make your coffee with their to-go cup to walk out the door. That's the type of energy that's coming through here. And it's like this is something that has weighed on you guys for a long time. It's like almost like when you guys became an adult, there was no give and take for you, and you're always sitting there wondering, how do other people have time to enjoy life when I don't feel like I have time? And that's actually the key here, is that the more you say I don't have time, the more that lack of time will manifest in your life, right? Time is a man-made construct. It's actually non-existent. Time and space. It's kind of like this weird thing, like when they say time flies when you're having fun, right? Why does it fly when really you've spent the same amount of time with this person that you would at work? So you spend, say, 2 hours with this person and it feels like 10 minutes, but when you're at work for 2 hours, it feels like a decade, like why is that? It's because of the mindset that you have when it comes to your time. Your time is the most valuable thing that you have. Yes, I understand I said it's a man-made construct, but if you don't change your perspective on how you see your time and saying that this is my most important asset, my time matters to me. Am I taking on useless tasks that other people can handle? Like if you're in your job, are you taking on other people's responsibilities, or are you focusing on your own? And those are small things that you can start to really look at and see your perspective and see. It's like, okay, maybe when I'm at work, I'm taking on, if you're like a boss, I'm taking on all of my employees' responsibilities because I don't trust them enough to do it. Well, you may say that them failing to do their job reflects on you, but at the end of the day, it doesn't, because you have your own set of responsibilities that you have to take care of. And if you guys are working when you're off the clock, you're not getting paid for work that you're doing when you should be getting paid. And that you guys could be like, well, I'm on salary or stuff like that. Yeah. But salary doesn't mean that you give your whole life away and you work 110 hours a week. You have no sleep. You don't spend time with your family. You can't even have Sunday dinner with your family. Like, these are things that are important, and these are things that will help you balance your energy. But it's almost like you just are so stuck in this idea there's no time. So you're not actually going to try to find a way to make time, because it's like being set in stone. I have to work this much. There's nothing left. I don't have anything left. How am I ever going to change that? Well, you're asking the question, but you're not liking the answer. And that's what's coming through here. It's like you're asking, how do I change that? It's your perspective. It's how you see it. You have to make space and time. So instead of doing those documents for your employee, like you said you were going to do, hand those documents back. So tonight you can sit down and eat dinner with your family. Do you see? It's like you have to consciously choose what you're doing next. You can't just let life determine what's going to happen for you and your space and time, because the more you let that happen, the less you'll ever have for yourself, right? It's like, because there are people who will consciously waste your time, and then there are the unconscious people who waste your time. And that's the thing that's coming through here. It's like, and you may actually be the biggest culprit in your life. It's because you don't feel like you're worthy enough to just do the bare minimum. There's this energy that's coming through here of saying, like, I have to carry the weight of all this on my shoulders. I'm the one that's doing it. I'm the only one that's capable of doing it. And in turn, you're actually taking work away from the people who need to be doing it, and they're the ones that have time to go and, go out to the bar on Friday night. They're the ones who can go to the concert this weekend, or they took time off next week to go to the festival or whatever it is. And it's like you're starting to feel resentful because of that, but at the same time, it's like the resentment, it just grows, and you don't actually do anything to change that. You're not taking an action to change that. So that's the energy that's coming out her first, is not feeling strong enough to actually change that. And so there is, and this is leaving you guys stuck in this energy. Like this could be that you guys are filling space from a broken heart. You guys are trying to fill space from somebody who passed away. You guys are trying to fill space from somebody who left you. I get the abandonment. And I'm so sorry for any of you guys dealing with any of that. Like, I'm so sorry that you guys are dealing with that. However, we also must look at the fact that if all you do is try to fill your time with things so you can't feel those energies, you guys will always be on the go. Like, there'll be nothing in between. You'll always be on the go here. And so there's this time where you need to really slow down, whether that's where you guys take a week vacation. And I already heard some of you guys, a week? Like, I came through so fast, guys. Calm down, okay? Even if you just take a long weekend, shoot, take Friday and Monday, okay? Just chill. But like, no, seriously, you guys need to take that time, and you need to turn off all your devices. Because if you guys have your phone on, you're going to answer work calls. If you guys have your phone on, you're going to answer family calls. If you guys have your phone on, you're going to answer the calls of all the things that you're trying to get away from. Because it's a habit at this point. And so you have to consciously choose not to engage in that habit. Right? It's like quitting smoking. It's like you can go get the patch, or you can quit cold turkey. Either way, it's still difficult, okay? So you can either turn all those calls on silent, or you can just turn your phone off. Either way, it's difficult, okay? But there's this energy of needing to really spend time without the TV on, without the computer on, without the phone on, without all these distractions, sitting in nature. Shoot, go camping or something. Do something and get away from everything that you know, and sit with yourself. And if those feelings of grief and anger and hurt and pain and sadness arise, don't try to push them away. That's what is causing this. It's like, that's why you guys don't feel strong enough, because you're not letting yourself experience whatever you guys have experienced. You're not allowing yourself to be in that. And we have to learn how to do that. And that's something that's very common across the board. It's something that's common in a lot of the readings that I do. It's like a lot of people have one emotion that they just refuse to let themselves feel. And mainly it's grief. People lose a lot of things in life. That could be grief of a lost loved one. That could be grief of a lost love. That could be grief of lost material possessions. It's like grief is one of the hardest things that we experience. And yes, while you may cry tears about it, did you really let yourself go through all of the stages of grief, right? There's the denial, there's the bargaining, there's the actual grief that comes with it. I can't remember all 5 of them right now. But guys, if you don't go through all 5 stages of the grief, you're not ever going to get rid of that. Or it's not even getting rid of it. It's becoming bigger than the hurt. It's becoming bigger than the pain. But if all you're doing is bottling it up and pushing it down, eventually that emotion becomes your controller. It controls you. And it's interesting because I did just get a channeled message where this is saying it's somebody that you loved. This was a relationship that was like that, and it's like trying to control what had happened with it or what went on with it. So if you guys did lose a husband or a wife or a spouse, I'm so sorry. My heart truly does go out to you guys, and just know that you're not alone. Like, first and foremost, you're not alone. The second thing here too is to understand that when things like that happen, they're outside of our control. The only true thing that we have control over in this world is ourself. That's it. We don't have control over outside things. We don't have control really even over, the things that we take care of, our homes, our cars, our money, any of that, because it can all disappear tomorrow. Right? You can lose your job tomorrow. There goes your paycheck. You could lose your home tomorrow. Say, like somebody bought your house, bought the block, and they bought all the houses on the block. You could lose your home tomorrow. There's no guarantee in life. Right? So we only have control over one thing, and that's ourselves. And that's what they're saying here. It's like you guys have lost yourselves in trying to control your emotions and saying, I don't want to have these emotions because they're scary. And it is scary. It's very scary. But when you guys feel this, it's like you guys are creating a very toxic situation for yourself right now in not feeling it. You guys are constantly run down. I feel like you guys may fight colds a lot. I feel like maybe you guys have a lot of leg pain too. That just came through. A lot of knee pain. And there's this energy of dealing with the hurt and the pain. You have to take away all the distractions, but the distractions are there to keep you from feeling the pain. And that's a catch-22. You guys have to determine what's worse, feeling how you feel right now or feeling the grief of what has happened. Because at least if you feel the grief of what's happened and you go through those stages, you will become bigger than your grief. And it won't be the controlling aspect in your life. But right now, it is. Yeah, and didn't I say you guys are very disassociated right now? It's very hard for you guys to invest emotionally in anybody. Let alone trying to find other people to love. Like if that's the thing here, if that's the case, it's like if you guys lost a spouse, it's like, let alone trying to find another person to love. Like that's absolutely out of the question. It's not like you guys don't have offers. You do have offers, but you're very cold and disconnected from them. It's like, nope. And I feel like there's this regret that comes through as well, or this guilt. That's what it is. This guilt that's coming through that is like when you guys act that way towards another person, it's like you can't help it, right? Like it just happens. It's just like if somebody asks you out on a date, like you just kind of snap at them and just be like, well, you know what, I'm not interested. But it's not even in a nice way. It's just kind of very vicious and quick and cold-hearted. And it's like as soon as it's like after the fact you feel guilty about it, but you're like, but I was being honest about it too because I'm just not ready. But it's like I just wish I could say it nicer, but it's the pain of whatever has happened, right? Or if it's like having time, like this could be just having time to yourself, or like somebody inviting you to go out. It's that same thing. It's like a quick snap response. Like, no, I can't do that. I don't have time to enjoy myself. So why don't you just go and have fun on yourself? Like it's like that type of energy is like very like forward and just aggressive. And it's like afterwards, you guys are just kind of like, wow, I wish I could have dealt with that a lot better. And that's those snap responses like that. That's your emotions coming through telling you like, I need to be looked at. I need to be felt. So it's like when you're angry like that, why are you angry? Why are you really angry? You're not angry at this person, right? They may or may not know the situation, but you're not really angry at them because they had nothing to really do with it. You're not really angry at the fact that they're going out. Yeah, you may be upset that you can't go out, but really what you're angry about is that you've repressed these emotions. You've held them inside. You've compartmentalized these emotions. My apologies. I need a drink, guys. And in compartmentalizing these emotions, you lash out quickly at others without realizing it. And it's become habitual. Right? And we talked about this is like addiction for you guys. I'm addicted to work because I don't want to feel. I'm addicted to snapping at people because I don't want to feel. And so just know that eventually that is going to wear off on the people who are closest to you if it hasn't already. You guys maybe have lost a lot of people in your life. And just know it's not your fault, okay? It's not your fault that you're dealing with this grief. However, it is your responsibility to choose to heal it, okay? Some people will understand. I think there is somebody or a few people in your energy that do understand, but they have definitely pulled their energy back. There's this energy of like pulling back from it, and they don't ask you out as often, and you kind of feel sad about that. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I just have... get a drink of my tea. Throat. I feel like my throat tightening. Like it's almost like you guys are really sad about that. Like you want to cry about that. But again, if you start to cry about them leaving, then it just turns into this whole mess. And it's like, let the water... what is it? Let the water gates open. So there's a lot of negative emotions, but more than that, there's a lot of negative thoughts that are rolling around in your head. I keep coming back to that energy of feeling worthless. Like there's this just energy of feeling like I'm not worthy of having a good life because I had to deal with this. So like, again, if this is a loss of a loved one, it's like you basically like, that's what I deserve. I deserve to lose everybody. It's like, why should I have friends? Why should I have family? It's like eventually they're all gonna, go away. And I don't want to be vulgar here, guys, but that's the thing here. And it's like you've created a situation where you've put yourself in a very negative mental cocoon. And people see you suffering. And people really, they see you suffering. And like I said, there's a few people, or there's one person, and so it will differ from you guys. But there's somebody in your energy that really does care. That really wants to see you be stronger and be better. And they want to be a support in your life. But every time they try to get close to you, you cut them with your words. And they more than that, like they understand why you're doing it. They do. They understand why you're doing it. But there's also this energy that's coming through where I hear there's only so much any person can take. And they don't want to leave. Okay, they don't want to leave. But they don't know what else to do. They don't know what else to do for you. They don't know how else to help you. They don't know how else to get through to you. And the advice here is to really truly look at how are you talking to yourself? Like when you see yourself in the mirror, can you say I love me to myself in the mirror, to yourself in the mirror? Can you say that to yourself? And when you do, if you say it over and over and over again, what happens? Do you start crying? Good. Let those tears come. Do you get angry? Good. Let that anger come. Because it's until you feel that you can start to dig it up and understand what's going on underneath it. Because right now, the more you compartmentalize all of these emotions, the deeper in you go and the further away you get from your own humanity. It is human to experience the contrast of this world. There is nothing in life, and there is no one in life that has just experienced all good or all bad. There are those that have experienced a lot of bad, but there's still good in there. Right? And there are those that have experienced a lot of good and there's still bad that's in there. Why? Because that is the type of world that we live in. It's a very dualistic world where without the good, you cannot have the bad. And without the bad, you cannot have the good. That is where we live. There is no getting rid of that. If we got rid of either one side of those, this world would cease to exist. Because that is the type of energy that we live in here. And so there's this energy around you right now saying that all I experience is bad. And I keep hearing gratitude is very important for you. Gratitude. Because there are things that you can be grateful for in this moment. I heard somebody say, like, what? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have food on your table? Do you have the ability to take a hot shower? Do you have clothes on your back? Do you have shoes on your feet? Do you have socks to wear? Do you have a blanket? Do you have a pillow to lay your head down at night? Do you have running water? Do you have something to drink in the fridge? Do you have TV? Do you have a telephone? Do you have a computer? Do you have a family? Do you have friends? Do you have a job? Do you have money? I'm not saying about tons of money, but do you have money to take care of your bills? Are you able to pay your bills? When you start changing the way you look at the things around you, you're going to understand there's so many things that maybe you take for granted that are actually humongous blessings for you, and it will help you alter this mindset that has got a grip on you, and it has a very tight grip on you. You guys may deal with headaches a lot too, or migraines. And they're always right here in the front. And the reason being is because it's like you guys refuse to let your third eye open. And it's really sad because you guys are extremely intuitive individuals. You guys get gut feelings. You do follow those gut feelings, but only when it has to do with things that you're willing to put the energy and effort into. Other things like that, you shut yourself off from. So I'm not saying like you guys aren't super intuitive, like you are, and you do follow that intuition, but only when it's things that you're willing to put the effort into in the physical realm. When it comes to feelings and emotions or anything like that, you guys cut yourself off from those intuitive knowings. And so it will be a new experience, that's for sure. Yeah. Ending with the House of God. And the House of God in my deck is kind of like the Tower. Kind of. It's kind of that same energy of where destruction happens, okay? But in reality, because I read with the old Italian deck, so this is this energy of God or Source or the universe coming in and knocking off your crown. Like this emotional ego that is trying to keep you from feeling these emotions, right? When we talk about ego, it's this emotional being that's within us that's keeping us from experiencing the world around us. And so this is like Source coming in and saying, look, we're done with this. And what ends up happening is you fall out. And so you might have something that comes through where all of a sudden you start crying or you start experiencing extreme emotions and nothing you do can stop it. There's no amount of you pushing it down. There's no amount of you trying to get around it. There's no amount of anything. And you'll just have this energy where you start crying and crying and crying and crying and crying for like 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes, even an hour. Don't freak out. This is guided, okay? This is guided because sometimes we have to be put in situations where this will happen to us. You guys might have occurred an injury around your heart chakra, your throat chakra. You guys may have incurred a head injury too. Like, you know, I was saying migraines. So some of you guys may have incurred a head injury. And what happens is when we get injured in life, there are points where our body will force us to injure our chakra points in order to allow that to open. So you guys may have very well hurt yourself or had an accident happen. I did hear for some of you guys, you may have been in a car accident where you hit your head and you got a gash on your head. I just see an image of that right now. And again, I'm so sorry. Understanding that this is led by Source, okay? Understanding that this is all part of your awakening process. You cannot stay in this negative energy. It will consume your soul. And you have something to offer the world. You are meant to be here. Yeah, it hurts when we lose people. It hurts when we lose anything. Guys, it's not the end of the world. And it's not about being worse off than another person. It's about learning that bad things happen even to the best of people. But what matters is how we show up for those things. That's the only thing that matters. I feel like I just want to get one card for you guys because they were pretty straight. Like, you guys got the most mystery cards out of everybody here. And please have one clarifying card for this. Yeah, look at that flying out. I can't. So exactly what I was saying. There's this sense you guys feel guilty, you feel shamed, you feel hopeless, you feel stuck. But there is an alliance in your life. There's somebody in your life that doesn't want to give up on you. You know, maybe that's the person that you should really start relying on or just talking to. And I know you know who it is. Like, there's this energy. You guys are totally aware of who this person is. But it's just like, I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with anything. Well, at what point? You can either end up completely alone, and being alone and feeling alone are two different things. Just because you feel alone doesn't mean you are alone. But knowing that you are alone, that gets pretty lonely. Okay? And the difference is huge. So just understanding that you guys, you're not a lost case. Okay? You're not a lost cause here. And your advice is to lean on the people who are trying to help you in your life. And if you don't have a person that you know you can lean on, then I am hearing that for some of you guys, talking to somebody in therapy would really help you guys. And I know that's a lot. I know that's a lot to take in, but guys, therapy helps. I've been in therapy. I've lost a lot of loved ones. And, you know, I've lost material. I lost a home. I don't have to go into everything that I have gone through, but I'm just saying, like, from my own experience, therapy does help. And it doesn't make you any less of a person needing a professional to sit down and talk to you to about your problems because you don't have people you can trust or someone you can go to in your everyday life. What do we have on the bottom? Yes, you love them, but they are emotionally unavailable. I feel like this is you. I really feel like this is you. You're the one that's emotionally unavailable right now, and they're just showing that here. So, what's peeking? Yeah, hard worker. Like, see, we have Glamorama coming out. Hard worker, Gucci ruby shoes, and a whole caker. And that comes from a song, and it's like where this lady, she doesn't get involved with anybody. She doesn't love anybody because she'd rather just go and live her life on everybody else's dime, even though she makes her own money, because that's just who she is. And so that's like, I'm not saying you guys are doing that. What I'm saying is it's pointing out that you're okay being alone, and that's not a bad thing. But in being alone, you guys are also pushing away people who do care about you because you don't want to see that they're trying to help or they're trying to be there for you. Turn it around this way. Let's see what else we got. That one. On the bottom. No one accepted and loved me the way you did. It made me think you were playing games, so I played games with you. Now I know how real you are. And I feel like this is your guys' energy coming through on this, saying like, this person that's in your life, like you kept thinking, oh, they're just going to leave like everybody else did. They're just going to leave. And that's what ends up happening with me, is everybody ends up leaving. Nobody ends up staying. And now you guys you're finally starting to see how real this person is. And that's the thing. It's like, it's up to you guys to stop playing games with this person. And that sounds silly, but at the same time, it's like, if you guys keep being like, oh, get out, you know, I don't have time for you. I don't have time for you. That's playing a game because this person really cares about you. We have number 8 coming in with stability, sea turtle, yeah. And then underneath that, honeybee, reciprocity. So there's somebody in your life that wants to give to you, but they're only going to stay so long if you don't give back. It has to be equal give and take, and they're going to provide some sense of stability for you, like a sense of comfort. Look at this little child on the back of this sea turtle's shell, right? With the little, she's holding a little egg, and she's all wrapped up in this beautiful blanket. Like, it's like they're going to help bring some sense of comfort into your life and stability back into your life, but you have to open up to that. I can't make you do that. No one can make you do that. You have to deal with that fear of saying everybody's leaving me because that's what happens, or that fear of saying like nothing good happens, and open yourself up to that, and you'll be surprised at how things will play out for you. You'll see some good come back into your life, and practicing gratitude is so important for you guys, pile 3. Yeah. So I'm going to read this one, but look, what did I say? Like, that comfort with the little girl right here on the back of the shell. And like, we have childhood innocence coming out here. Like you guys have denied yourself this childhood innocence. It's like you're like, oh, it's gone. No, it's not gone. It's just buried inside of you guys. It's like reconnecting with that inner child and telling that inner child it's okay to love. So this is something that mirrors your past. Maybe you guys lost a parent at an early age, or a grandparent that you were really close to, or somebody that you looked up to that you were really close to, and then now you have this same situation that's in your current life, and it's just mirroring that, and it hurts, right? But what you're not seeing, or what you're not able to see right now because of how you guys are blocking your emotions off, is this promise that's coming. Source hasn't forgotten about you. Even if you feel like you've been forgotten, look at this beautiful couple down here. It doesn't have to be love. But again, that sense of comfort is coming through here. It's like all you guys want is to be comforted. And it's like you don't know how to bring that into your life. Well, there's somebody in your life that wants to help comfort you. They love you. They care about you. They want to be there for you. But if you keep pushing them away, this person's they're not going to stick around, guys. They're just not going to stick around for forever. Sometimes you have to overcome that fear of, well, I'm not ready. Sometimes you have to be ready when you're not ready. Like, it's unfortunate, but it's true. And then you'll realize, like, you were ready all along. You just were trying to convince yourself that you weren't ready. And that's that emotional ego, right? Coming through saying, oh, no, you're not ready. When your spirit's over there saying, yes, you are ready. That's why this person is here. We have house 2. Guys, I cannot make this up. What was I saying? You guys, your whole reading, it's all been about feeling worthless. And look, we have house 2 with physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. Do you see it right there on the bottom? Self-worth. Right there. Right there. House 2 is ruled by Taurians. And Taurians are all about that luxury life. They're all about living the way that they want to live and getting what they want. But they know how to enjoy the little pleasures in life, i.e. friends and family. Right? Yes, it's Venusian energy and she's all about self-love, but she's also not afraid to love others. She just doesn't let others overwhelm her like that. So it's just like coming into this place of understanding that it's okay to open yourself up. You are worthy of those good things in life, right? And we have stability coming through with security. So there's something about your guys' foundation that needs to be looked at. Foundationally, your emotional body is on this very shaky ground and it's about to be crumbled down in front of your eyes. And that feels like your whole identity is being lost. And it's not. It's just you guys are. And it's funny because they said this under the bottom here. It's Neptune with dream and transcend. You guys are going to ascend beyond that. So you're going to use that to transcend what's going on. Don't give up, guys. Don't. Number 13, connection, tarantula. Look at this. There's something in the past that is keeping you guys tied down. It is keeping you guys stuck. It's like, it's old news. It's over with. But it's keeping you stuck. It's not to say that you should just overcome it. You should just get over it. It's just making it known to you that this is what's keeping you tied down. You lost a loved one. That is something that's hard to overcome. I know that, okay? I know how that feels. I had a situation where I lost somebody. I lost my brother. And he was there in the morning, and then he wasn't there in the afternoon. And it happened so fast. And I spent 2 weeks in bed. I couldn't even move. 4 years later, I lost my mother. But I lost her to cancer, and I watched her pass away. And while she was sick, fading away in front of us, I taught myself not to cry. And I sat there and I was like, you can't cry in front of her so that she'll know how bad it really is. Because I didn't want her to know how bad it was. And when she passed away, I couldn't cry. Then 2 years later, 2.5 years later. Yeah, 2.5 years later, I lost my grandmother, my mom's mom. I grew up with my mom's mom, my mom's dad, my grandparents. They lived 4 blocks away from us, and every holiday we were at their house. And every weekend we had a barbecue at their house. Okay, so these are people that, my whole life. Having stuff like this happen to us, we can either let it be what breaks us, or we can let it become the strength of us and saying, I survived that. It doesn't make it easy. None of those moments were easy. They were all different. But if you sit and you do nothing, it consumes you. And so if this is the loss of a loved one, the easiest way for you guys to let go of that old connection that's holding you down, it's not giving up on the love that you had. My dog is dreaming. Do you hear? She's right next to the bag over there. She's dreaming. You need to talk to them. You need to speak with them as though they're still here, and this will help you guys heal. I know this from personal experience. This is what I had to do with my mom, because I didn't know how to cry, because I had for 8 months forced myself to not cry. And when it came time to needing to cry, I didn't know how to anymore. And it took me 2 years after that to really truly feel the grief and the loss of my mom. It's not easy, but you're not alone. You'll never be alone in any of this. But you can choose to stay stuck here and reaching for something better and not knowing what to do. Or you can get up and brush yourself off and say, I survived that. Better days are coming. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now. I'm not trying to get emotional, guys. What else do we got? The moon. Satisfy emotional needs, nurture yourself, and nurture others. And the moon is all about our emotional body, feeling the depths of our emotions. And this makes so much sense that this would come out on your guys' reading, because this is that the deep darkness that nobody wants to get into. Like this is going down to the bottom of the ocean. Like nobody even really knows what's down there. Like there's so much of it that's unexplored, and that's exactly how it is with our emotions, We're so used to one aspect of our emotions. It's like to ask for something new or to explore a little bit deeper than that, that's scary because it's uncomfortable. We don't know that. We're not familiar with that. And you have to satisfy your emotional needs here. You're getting asked by Source. Your advice is to feel this, whatever it is. Right? It's going to be different for everybody. For some people, it's sadness, it's grief, it's anger, it's pain, it's frustration, whatever it is, but you're being asked to feel that. That's the advice here. Like, it's been that way this whole reading. It's been consistent throughout the whole reading. We have Virgo energy coming out here with integrity, reverence, and service. Yeah, and the reason why is because you guys are meant to serve. You guys are meant to bring this to humanity. Like this is something that you guys are meant to give back. You're meant to help others with something like this. So don't give up on yourself. There's something beautiful here. What did I say? Some of you guys are dealing with anger. And that came through in the beginning here. A lot of anger, like those snap thing where you guys snap at others. It's not like you guys are trying to, but that's that anger manifesting. We have holding on to anger is like holding on to a hot rock. Only you get burned. So again, another synchronicity coming through, another confirmation. Okay, so for some of you guys are dealing with people who've cheated, lost. And again, I know I focused on somebody who lost a loved one, but it doesn't necessarily have to be to death. This could be lost a loved one because of other situations, because right here we have woman who secretly sleeps with other women. So this is somebody who cheated, somebody who did something, you know, it's like taboo. Something taboo is what I heard. It's not that it's wrong. It's not that it's right. It's just something that's taboo. And it's something that should have been discussed about before it happened. We have, you have given your power away. Yeah, so there's this energy again with this tarantula card, the connection. Like whatever's going on, the emotions that you're feeling, okay? Like you've given your power away to these emotions. And they're ruling you. They've taken over. They're controlling your everyday life. Guys, I cannot make this up. Look at this. What we give power to has power over us. What do you believe? What do you truly believe in? Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. I can't. That's crazy. That's amazing synchronicity right there. Showing that your emotions have power over you right now because you're letting them control you. You refused to give them the time of day. And in that, they're taking control over you. Yeah. You waiting on this connection is pushing me away. Go do you, boo. So there's somebody that some of you guys are waiting for to come back. And they're not coming back. At least not right now. What's on the bottom of your deck? I didn't even look at that. Okay, I'm just going to show you guys this because I can't make this up. On the bottom of the clarifier deck and on the bottom of the big deck, the Six of Wands. And they came out the exact same way. Do you guys see that? Do you see that? See how this top part is all sharp here and then this one's a lot softer? Look at that. So they're making it, and then under that we have the Hangman. So they're showing you guys there's somebody in your energy that cares, but you have to truly change your perspective to see this person that they want to help you and not hurt you. Somebody broke your trust, or there's been something that's happened that's broke your trust, or there's just emotions that are running so wild right now. It's like you don't want to feel anything. And so you guys have to truly allow yourselves to feel so that you can open up to the people who want to be in your life, okay? I love you, Pile 3. I'm sending you guys out so much love right now. We need you. You guys are here to offer something beautiful to the world, and it's because of the experiences that you've gone through. If that's what you need to hold on so that you can make it through, please hold on to that and know that you're not alone through all of this. So I give a shout out to you guys, and I hope that this helps give you some guidance on what to do next. And just remember, you are so much stronger than you think you are, okay? So I'm going to leave it here, guys. If this resonated, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. Pile 4, and welcome to your reading. So we are going to do things a little bit different today. I do have your cards picked out right here. I do have a clarifying deck. Everything has been smudged. We've got your oracle decks all ready to go. Today I'm going to do them one card at a time. I don't usually do it this way, but that's how I was asked to do it today by Circe. So that's how it's going to go. The question, or what we're focusing on today, is what is your advice and what messages does Circe have for you in this time? All 3 of the prior ones have been pretty incredibly different, so I know your guys's will be too. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's see what's going on. So somebody in your energy is a smooth talker. Really good with their words. Really good at painting a good picture for you. This is somebody who is manipulative. Like, they make you believe one thing or make you see things one way, but then turn around and they not only do things completely different, but they try to convince you that it was that way to begin with, that they told you that, but you just weren't listening. Like, this is somebody kind of like narcissistic energy, but this is somebody who is emotionally closed off, and they rely on their words to get them where they're going. This is somebody who will only connect with you, like they might hold really great conversations. This is somebody who may really have some great topics to discuss, and you guys will discuss them and you'll open up and be vulnerable, and then later they'll use those vulnerabilities against you. It could be a Gemini, but I think what they're really trying to say here, what they're trying to say here is that this person is very two-faced. They're very much like, one day they're really sweet, they're really kind, they're really gentle and caring, and then the next day they're just like a holy terror, and you're like, whoa, what is going on with this person? Why are they so cray-cray right now? And so that's what they're saying. And this person, they're really fearful of the future, and so they do everything in their power right now to try and control the people around them so that they can have some sense of control around the future. And your advice with this person, would definitely get a little bit deeper into that, is just seeing the red flags that this person brings and not feeling crazy. I think that's the main thing here, is that you guys really feel crazy when it comes to this person. It's like, oh my gosh, like they're always twisting me around. They're always making me feel like I did something wrong. Like always making me question myself. Like, did that really happen? And it may benefit you guys to write down when certain situations happen, when certain situations go awry. And it may also benefit you guys to do like a little recording on your phone, or make a little note on your phone, like put the date and just kind of like put a little bullet point of what happened. So that way you guys actually can kind of keep up, because if you make the note, well, you know you're going to record it as it happened. And this is not to just like, paint a picture. It's just so that you guys understand the red flags when it comes to this person, so that not to defend yourself in a vicious way. This is to defend yourself and saying like, no, that's not what you said, because here, I wrote it down. Or, like saying like, I know that's not what was said because I made notes of it, because I was tired of feeling like I didn't understand what it was that was going on. It's like you guys have to protect yourself. But I feel like a lot of people do that, or they'll take that advice in order to be malicious back to this person. But understanding that if you do that, it's going to cause like verbal war with this person, and they're going to really cut you off at the knees. This person is very smooth with their words, and they're very good at hurting people with what they say. You may owe this person money. I don't know. There's something to do with money here that this person uses against you, or they feel like you owe them, or they feel like, maybe they helped you at one point in time, and so now it's just turned into this situation. But yeah, they are showing me here it has to do with something about money. Now, the money has nothing to do with the way this person acts. This person acts like this with everybody. It's not because you owe them money or anything, but they're using, maybe you owe them help or something like that, but they're using what they feel like you owe them as leverage to get away with coming and going in your life as they see fit. Yeah, okay. So the thing is here, though, is that something's gonna happen. So like I said, either you guys are gonna start taking those notes about really like, oh, that's not what happened, like that's not how it went down, like this is what happened, or there's gonna be a group of people that are with you, and they're gonna hear this person say what they said, and then those same group of people is gonna be with you later when that person loses their rocker. And it's like something's going to happen where you're going to have somebody come in, or a few people come in, and they're going to actually help defend you. This could also be your guides and your spirit, your angels coming through and showing you and helping to defend you. But I honestly feel this energy that somebody's going to come in and be like, whoa, hold up. We don't act like that with people. Like, there's no reason to treat people this way. There's no reason to be vicious like that. Like, if you got a problem, that's one thing, but that doesn't mean you got to take it out on everybody else. Like, there's going to be someone who comes in and like calls this person out. And your advice is not to not to be like, oh yeah, see, I freaking told you, like, like trying to defend yourself. This is more or less trying to really understand and say, hey, that person's trying to help me. That person's trying to defend me. That person's trying to get me through here. And just let them talk. Let them do what they do. And then when this person leaves, because I feel like this person that's in your energy, this smooth talker, they're going to go. They're going to leave. They're going to walk away because they don't like being called out. They don't like being looked like they're wrong. And so what happens here is that this is going to create a situation where you're going to actually have somebody to talk to about this. And so your advice is just to really talk to this person, not to complain to this person, but just to be like, wow, I'm so glad you said something. I really thought I was going crazy. You're going to find some sense of enlightenment when it comes to this. Like, this is going to help you see things from a completely different perspective. Not only that, this is going to be good for your mental health and your physical health, because I feel like you guys may have a lot of problems right now, and they're just kind of like, when they call them phantom problems or things like the doctors can't really see or understand why it's happening to you. And that's what's going on right now. It's like this person's going to come in and you're going to see things from a different place, and it's going to help you overall, your body, mind, and soul. And it's going to be like looking in the mirror. You're going to be like, wow, I really thought I was the only person here. And so your advice is just to sit back and let this person say what they need to say, because this person's being guided. Okay, this individual that's going to come in here, they're being completely guided to help you out here. Like, this is like somebody who may channel. They may not know that they channel, but they may be channelers, and they're channeling just like your guide's energy, or they're channeling like maybe you guys have a gatekeeper or something like that, and they're like the ones that protect our energy. And so they're gonna like channel that energy, and it's gonna be like you really just have to sit back and watch. There's no reason for you to get involved in it, because it's like you've already tried to defend yourself from this person time and time again. And so right now that's just like letting things unfold as they're meant to unfold. Yeah, because the thing is that this person can keep drawing you in. So here's the deal. Okay, so that's what they're showing me here. If you guys argue, or not argue, but if you guys jump in on when this person comes in to save you, then this smooth talker in your life, okay, is going to use that as fuel to keep getting you caught in a loop. That's why. Because this is something they're really talented at. This person is really good at this. This person is really good at making people question themselves. This person's really good at making people see things from their way. They are really talented. This is like the salesperson of all salespersons type energy here. And I can already hear some of you guys, but they're so dumb about it. Like, nobody should believe them, but people do. Like, you don't understand why people believe them, but they do. And that's why. It's because this person just knows how to play a crowd. They're very, like, when you say entertainer, they're a huge entertainer. I apologize, I need a drink. Oh, drink your water, guys. Drink your water. So they always end up getting people to come back to them and to get involved in these situations. And like, it's not very good. It's not. And you feel very innocent, like you've been taken advantage of. And it's because this person knows how to do that. They know how to play their cards like that. And so what they're saying here is just to whoever comes in to say something, let them say it, because this is somebody that's going to be channeling some other energy. This could be ancestors coming through. This could be Source. This could be, again, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael. If you guys work with angels, this could just be your guides. But it could even just be your higher self just finally being like, look, I'm done. Like, I need somebody to say this out loud. It's not that you're not brave enough. It's just that they need somebody who's capable of channeling exactly what they need to say. And so This person is here to help, and you have to trust this process, and you have to realize that the reason they're coming is to help you guys end this cycle. They're helping you guys end this in connection with this person. This person is not very nice. They may play like the good guy all the time. This person is not. They are pretty ruthless. Yeah, they like to control the scene. So this person likes to make people feel small. Whoever this is in your energy, they like to make people feel small. They like to make people feel unwelcome. They like to make people feel like they've lost control. They like people to give them their power. So the more that you react instead of respond to this person, the more in control of you this person feels. So if something happens and you get angry at them, they feel like they're now in control of you. If something happens and you get sad and upset and you're crying because of them, this person feels like they're in control of you. And they really thrive on that. And this person's super toxic. Like they're in a very bad place. This person could be narcissist. I don't have the narcissist cards out here. However, if they're not, like this person is just super low vibrational. They've been so jaded in their life and they're doing everything they can. It's like to make everybody as miserable as they are, because misery loves company. And honestly, at the end of the day, you can be angry at them. It doesn't change anything and it only makes you feel worse. Truthfully, when I run into people like this, I just feel sorry for them. I feel sorry that they're never, not that they're never, I just feel sorry that they're not able to enjoy the fruits of life in this moment. And I always send them prayers like, may they find their way, may they find healing, because being angry at them only fulfills their God complex that they have. And that this person definitely has a God complex. They're defending themselves from every aspect. They're defending themselves from their past. They're defending themselves from their future. And they're keeping themselves present only to ensure that they don't get hurt. It's like, if I can manipulate you and get you to do what I want you to do, then I'm in control. I feel like this person may keep you away from people. And so when this situation happens, it'll kind of be like a fluke. Or it'll seem like a fluke. It'll seem like, whoa, hold up. How did that happen? It's because it's guided. This is a guided situation. Like, you've asked for help from this situation. You've asked for relief and it's coming. So that's what they're saying here. Don't interrupt this help. This is help for you. And this is somebody that's going to be there. So I keep hearing loudmouth. This is somebody who's louder than the person that you're dealing with, this smooth talker, okay? This person that's coming to help you, they're louder than them. They're like going to be more hurt. So this is somebody who has a much stronger energy than this person who's a smooth talker. And I mean, we're talking like the equalities, right? So you have low vibrational and you have that equality in the high vibrational. And so it's like almost like matched energies on opposite ends of the spectrum. That's what's coming through here. And so it's like this person is going to help you see how very toxic this person is, but not just like, I feel like you guys are aware of that. I think the thing is, here is what they're trying to show me is this person's going to help you understand the red flags, and they're going to help you guys find a solution. Like, you're not going to be alone. It's not for you guys to give the power over to them and say, hey, figure this out for me. It's really, truly, once this person leaves, the smooth talker, once they leave the vicinity, you need to stay behind and talk to this person, because they're here to guide you in your life. They're here to help you. This is somebody that's here to help you. Like, they talk about walking angels. That's why I keep hearing walking angel. Like, this is somebody who is meant to help guide you back towards your path of purpose. You have a tendency to self-sabotage here. It's like, I heard open mouth and insert foot. Okay, like, that's why they're saying your advice throughout this whole reading is just to let bygones be bygones. Like, you don't have a voice in this right now, okay? And that's not to say not to defend yourself, not to say, but there's going to be a moment and you're going to know. Like, you're going to know it's going to come. It's because it's going to come from somebody else. Don't try to step in when this other person is talking. I think it's very important for you guys to listen to what it is that they're saying, because this person is going to say something that's going to trigger that next response for you. Okay, and this is all about responding, not reacting, because this person knows how to get you to react, the smooth talker. And this other person that's coming in, the walking angel, is going to show you how to respond to the situation. But the important process here is for you guys to listen and not become a self-sabotager, because if you guys join in on the, I keep wanting to say the antics because I don't have a better word for it, but if you join in on the antics here, this smooth talker is going to come back around and lure you back in and use that against you. So it's very important for you guys to listen to what the walking angel has to say. Can I please have some clarifying cards for this pile, Source? Thank you. Yeah, this is spiritually guided, guys. This is something that is spiritually guided for you. You guys may see 777 a lot. And 7 is a lucky number. It's also a very spiritual number, okay? But I want you guys to understand, with luck, 7 usually means luck if you first change what it is that you're doing, okay? It'll come around to say, hey, you know what? You're on a spiritual journey. You're on a spiritual path. You need to do something so that you can realign with that, so that you can bring that luck into your life. And it's not about worrying that you're making the wrong choice, because most times, and you have to trust this, most times what happens is just being aware of that when it comes into your life is saying, okay, I know I need to change. Ask the question, what do I need to change? And then let it go, because the answer will come. But here they're making it very clear, because it came out over this card of saying, you guys tend to get caught back up in this situation because you want to be heard. You want to feel seen by this smooth talker, but they don't see you. They don't hear you. They only listen for the fact of pulling out pertinent information to use against you in the future. Okay? And so that's why it's very important this time to not say anything. And this is going to be a very, growth kind of moment for you. But you have a decision. You can go either way. Okay? Like, some of you guys aren't going to be able to keep your mouth shut. And I'm not trying to say that in a rude way. I get it. Sometimes it takes a long time to get to that point where you're just like, okay, I've said so much. I'm tired of saying anything now. And others of you guys are going to realize, okay, you know what? You're at that point already where I've said so much. I have nothing left to say. Yeah, and this is going to help you guys find some sense of balance in the situation. It's going to complete it, but this person they're on a riot. Let's start a riot. That's a song here. Let's start a riot. That's what this person is out to, they just want to cause some emotional damage. Like, that's all this person wants to do. Like, it's just, they don't care about healing. They don't care about being better. It doesn't matter what position this person holds in your life, whether they're a friend, a family member, a lover, an acquaintance, a boss, a coworker, whatever. This person is just out to start mayhem and havoc. And when you guys choose to stand up for yourselves in the way of writing things down so you know you're not crazy, and then letting this person who, again, they keep showing me there's a person who's coming in to help you guys. Okay. And so it's like letting that come in. And this could even be you guys. It could actually be you guys channeling something from Source too. I mean, that's absolutely possible here. But what they're saying here is to not go back into that low vibrational energy where you have to feel heard. It's like, say what you need to say and get on out. Because that's it. It's not about anything further than that. But I keep seeing someone else coming to your rescue. Like, it's very apparent here. I see someone else coming to your rescue. It's like somebody else has to inspire in you to take the next steps that you're supposed to take. It's not that they have power over you or anything like that. It's just sometimes we need assistance on these. And so they're saying that even though there's been a situation where you've lost all balance on this, they are going to bring balance back into your life. May you please have another clarifying card? Okay. Okay. So the reason this person's like this is because they have this like unfulfilled need. Right? It's like neurotic. They're very neurotic and they need people's approval. And that's why they act like this. And it's like, you're like, how does that gain people's approval? It doesn't. It doesn't at all. In fact, they probably lose as many friends as they gain type energy. But because this is that type of energy where I'm always on to the next thing. I'm always on to the next thing. I'm always on to the next thing. I don't grieve what I've lost because I don't even care. Right? It's like all they care about is like they could go around the whole world and start over again. And by the time they made it back to the beginning, all those people who they messed over would have forgotten and they would just start the cycle again. That's the type of energy that they carry. This is like a very destructive individual. Okay? And I'm sorry to say, like, that's just, I was hoping it would be a lot more positive than this, but yeah, this person, okay, equally so. Isn't that funny? So they see you guys as this calm, collected person who's very intelligent, very wise, and capable of communicating how you feel. But they use, so this could very well be a lover for a lot of you guys, but they use your broken hearts and your romantic frustration and your guys' sexual connection against you guys. And it might not be for all of you guys, but if it's not, it's this person knows you're brokenhearted and they use that against you. They use that to their advantage. Excuse me. Because they know you guys are so intelligent. Can you please have another clarifying card for this? Thank you. Oh, they gave me a whole bunch. Okay. So first and foremost, they're showing this person's greedy with your energy, but not just greedy. They're like, they are possessive with you. They feel like you belong to them. And that's what this, like I said, I kept saying this earth angel, and it could even just be you guys realizing it. But whoever it is that's meant to help, whether it's you or this other person, it doesn't matter. Whoever's meant to come and help you guys. There's like this realization that you've turned into a possession to this person, not a person. You're not someone they care about. You are literally their possession, and they treat you like that. And there's this realization that comes with that. And that's what really fuels this, hold up, this isn't going to work. And equally so, you're going to realize that you've outgrown this energy. You guys have gone beyond this energy of letting people control you just because they're uncomfortable with where they're at. Like, you guys are learning how to control yourselves. You're learning how to come into a much better balanced energy. But first you have to let go of what you once knew. And that's the challenge, right? That's the challenge here. Yeah. Broken heart. So they're mad because you guys have options. They're mad that you guys can decide to move away. And so again, here we have that energy of they're using your broken heart. They're using one-sided love to keep drawing you in. And even if it's not a lover, this person, you're telling me for the vast majority of you guys, it is a lover. They're using your relationship as a means to keep you guys stuck. And for others of you guys, if it's not, this person is just using your broken heart and making you feel bad about yourself to keep you stuck. I want one more card, Source. Please have one more card for pile number 4. Yeah, superficial. This is a superficial connection. You're going to understand that, or you're going to see that if you haven't already. Like, you're going to realize that this person, so if this is a lover for you, this person has you in third-party situations, okay? Maybe not sleeping with other people, but definitely entertaining other people. Yeah, and it's up to you to set boundaries, to commit to your boundaries, because Source is sending you someone to help. Someone to help you because you need to understand these red flags and find balance in your situation, because this person is a trickster. They're a manipulator. They're just kind of a brutal person. They're not a very good person, guys. They're not a very good person, okay? And I don't like saying that, but this person they got a lot of healing to do. They got a lot to go through. So let's see here. Let me turn my deck around. Let's get some oracles out on it. Okay. I'm ready, guys. Okay. What do we have on the bottom? bottom here. Hummingbird, messages from Source that you are healing. Yeah, so you guys are going to be going through some extensive healing soon. So don't give up hope. Don't lose faith. You guys are going to have some good stuff come to you guys. Okay, let's see here. Okay, they want... I keep feeling these two, so I'm going to take them. Daisy, the only thing brighter than this flower is your smile. So let's see it. Yeah, you guys definitely haven't been smiling as much as you used to. And so that's a message from Source just saying, don't forget how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, how handsome you are. Equality on the bottom of the deck with number 14 and Seahorse, and then Jaguar Release right below that. So yeah, they're telling you guys it's time to release because you deserve equality in your life. You deserve somebody who's going to treat you like an actual human being and not a possession. You're not something to possess. You're a person. You're a living, breathing human who has feelings, and you experience things just the same as everyone else. Hello. Lake, stillness. Yeah, it's important for you guys to come into a place of stillness so you can listen to that inner guidance, so that you guys can get your direction, what you're supposed to do. Whoa. Okay. Thank you. So on the bottom we have Cancer energy with nurture, comfort, and protection, and water behind that with spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. And I feel like they're just saying it's time for you to nurture yourself, be the lover to yourself, be the kind mother to yourself, comfort yourself, and, you know, let your emotions arise, right? You guys are intuitive. Listen to your intuition. It's important for your journey. What do we have? Companionship. So whoever's coming in is meant to be a companion for you. We have dog, companionship. Yeah, you guys do have people who are meant to be in your life, but entertaining energies just because we're afraid of being alone sometimes puts us in a bad situation. Tsunami, wake up call. Yeah, this is your wake up call. Look, the emotions are just getting out of control right now. Right? Like that want to be heard. Like I have to be heard. If I'm not heard, I feel like something's wrong. And it's like, that's not the case at all. Sometimes it's just better to be silent, because silence sometimes is more deafening than arguing. South Node. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. Look, we had number 9, Jaguar Release. We have South Node, destined to release. Right? This is what we are comfortable with, but we need to release because it's not serving our journey. And then we have House 10, structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. This is a part of your life mission, experiencing this. This is something you're meant to go through. Yeah. Unfortunately, this connection is built on lies and secrets to teach you discernment. So yeah, they're here to help teach you how to discern what's right and what's wrong for you. All tied up. Yeah, this person can't give you anything more than what they're giving you because they've got too much of on their own plate. We have study ancient wisdom so you'll begin to find your own answers. Yeah, those inner guidance, that inner answers that you're looking for. Studying ancient wisdom will help you with that. So you guys got 3 of these cards. No one accepted and loved me the way you did. It made me think you were playing games, so I played games with you. Now I know how real you are. And I feel like this is this person's higher self coming through, just saying, this is what has happened. I didn't realize how genuine you were. So my line of work, I hurt everybody before I get hurt. And now I know you were really genuine and I didn't have to do that. But what's done is done and I can't change that. You waiting on this connection is pushing me away. Go do you, boo. This has come out in like 3 of the 4 piles. This is crazy. So yeah, you guys could be waiting on them to really heal. And they're just saying, don't wait on this person to heal. Like, you deserve to go and find your happiness without this person. You don't need them to be happy. And here they are. I am sorry. So their higher self coming through saying, I'm sorry. Like, they really... they do feel guilt and regret, but it's not anything that they're ever going to show you. Like, I don't feel like you guys are ever going to hear this person come and say, I'm sorry to you. Like, I don't feel like they're ever going to actually apologize. And if they do, like, that's just an extra blessing, right? But this person is they're just too stuck in their own pain to do that. Yeah. Yeah, so the thing is you guys focus a lot on these defeats, and you let these defeats be the thing that you keep coming back to try and solve, to try and fix. Like, there's something in you that wants to fix them. That's that Cancerian energy coming through. It's like, oh, if I only fix it, I can make it better. If I fix it, it'll be better. But they're saying here, there's nothing that you can do to fix this. Like, it sets you back. Every time you go to fix this situation, it keeps pushing you further back, and it keeps making you feel hopeless. Why? Because this is no longer your situation to deal with. You're much bigger than this situation. You're much bigger than dealing with them. You've got other things. You've got bigger fish to fry, okay? Like, that's the thing here. You've got bigger fish to fry. And it's up to you guys to really, truly find the truth within yourself, okay? I hope that this helps. I'm sending you guys out a gigantic energetic hug. Don't give up on yourself, because we need you, okay? The world does need you. You guys do have a purpose in being here. You guys are meant to offer the world something. Even if it's only a few people, you're meant to offer the world something. So give yourselves a pat on the back for how far you've come, and just know that you're not alone. There is something or someone is going to help you guys out in the long run here, and help redirect you back towards your path of purpose. Be open to that. It never comes exactly in the way that we expect it to. But this is what I have for you guys, pile 4. If this resonates with you, please hit that thumbs up button down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Set the notification bell down below so you know when the next video does go live. And I will see you guys on the next one. I love you guys. Bye.